This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
And a pleasant good evening live from Ponca City, Oklahoma. And you heard right, the site of this showdown for the Macarthur Highlanders in what would have been maybe the first start of district play, but it is not. So you have the opportunity right now to be able to have a great opportunity to see a showdown between the Ponca City Wildcats and the Macarthur Highlanders. And I jokingly asked several people if they wanted to take the trip, and they said, no, well, stay home. Thank you very much. And so 2 hours and 45 minutes later, we're here in Ponca City to take on the 1-1 Wildcats. Your Macarthur Highlanders, after losing week 0 to Elgin, now find themselves in a good position for this setup here.
Yeah, this is one of those games that you really hope that, you hope to play well. They're a bigger school, but in 6A obviously, and they have a lot more kids out than we do, looks like. But this should be a great game, and what a great looking field that we're going to get to play on.
So as the teams are kind of doing their warm-ups, the Macarthur Highlanders in their whites and their black pants, we'll get started with the finishing touches of the 29 minutes before we get ready. And our countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Larry Bush, an independent insurance agent that can help you find auto, life, or homeowners insurance so you can protect yourself and your family. Policies can be customized to your needs, helping you get the affordable auto, life, and homeowners insurance, all what you need without compromising your coverage. Get a free quote today. Call 580-354-1017. Your Larry Bush countdown to kickoff will continue with coaches' comments and a whole lot more right next on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
All right, comments from Coach Brett Manning for the Macarthur Highlanders. Up and away we go. Week 3, only one non-district game. And usually you say, well, that's the end of district. Let's talk district. But kind of a strange formality for us with a game that we kind of had to make up within our district to get 10 games. So we'll talk about Ponca City here in a minute. But first things first, congratulations, city champions. The General Trophy stays here on the east side for the second consecutive year. And what can you tell us about the breakdown for Lawton High last week?
Well, again, just, for the third week in a row, I was proud of our kids and how hard they played. And, sometimes it's tough. And we talked about this, all week long. You go from a rivalry game in Elgin to a rivalry game in Eisenhower to another rivalry game in Lawton High. And sometimes it's hard to get up 3 weeks in a row like that. But, they've done a good job. And I was really proud of our effort. I think we're continuing to improve, which is the goal, and just really happy with our effort, and thought we did a good job of mixing up the run and pass, and we're able to get our passing game going too. Just basically it was based on what the defense was giving us, and in the first couple of weeks it was tough throwing the ball, but we're able to get the passing game going, and Avon played great. He had just almost 200 yards of passing and over 100 yards rushing too. And of course Marquise is still doing his thing, and our running game has been really good because the offensive line is really improving.
Well, I think Avon is also going to finish up. I think the polling is done for the OSN Player of the Week this week, which is a great accomplishment. So yeah, he's off to a very good start. What would you say you've learned the most about this team after 3 weeks?
I think just their willingness to take coaching has been really good. It's not easy, losing that first game and losing it to somebody that's 10 minutes away from us, and it's kind of turned into a good rivalry, but they handled that really well. They understand that there's two ways to go. You can either mope around and feel sorry for yourself, or you can go back to work and try to get better. And they've done that through that loss, and then also through 2 wins.
Okay, so switching gears to and this is kind of, I think, a positive. If you can say you can get 4 really repped games, non-district, that doesn't count towards your meat of your schedule for playoffs. And here you have a 6A school. It's going to be a long road trip. We've not had a road trip this year, even though we were the road team last week. I said last week it was going to be the shortest road game of the year, followed by the longest road game of the year to go to Ponca City. So breakdown, we're not familiar with them. In fact, I've never been to Ponca City. After all of my years of broadcasting, I could not remember going there. So what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, well, first of all, I think a lot of people don't realize why we have 4 non-district games, and it's because we're in a district with Guyman, and they have opted out of playing this year. So, we had a choice to play 3 non-district games and then only 6 district games, giving us only 9. And I'm kind of the opinion that, our players, they work really hard all year round, and they deserve 10 games. And so we decided to play 0, 1, 2, and 3 non-district, and then we'll have our 6 district games to give us the 10 total. But Ponca City, I'm not familiar with them at all, other than the film that we trade. I think they're a tough team. They've played 2 games. 2 very different games. They played Enid to start off with, and Enid, as we saw with Lawton High, I think they're pretty good, and they beat Ponca City, pretty convincingly. And then last week Ponca played Tulsa Rogers, who's an inner city school that really struggles. So they won big. So kind of hard to tell on film, but I think they're a tough team, and our experience with playing 6As, outside of Lawton has, anytime you play somebody in a bigger class, it's tough. They have more kids than you do. And, when we played Enid a few years ago, Enid was we won both games, but I felt fortunate to win both of them. They were 2 hard-fought games, and I kind of expect the same thing from Ponca City.
Well, this is a virtual day as far as in the classroom, and it was promoted that, hey, let's just all go jump up and take the long ride to Ponca City. Anything that you're going to do differently because of that, for scheduling-wise, to take that road trip?
Not really. We're going to leave. We're going to leave pretty early. We've got a former player who lives in Edmond, who's actually Coach Holmes's son-in-law, Jacob Young, and he's graciously offered to buy our pregame meal. So we're going to go to Edmond and eat our pregame meal and take a little bit of time, break the trip up a little bit, about an hour and a half to Edmond, and about another hour and a half to Ponca City. So we'll break that up and eat and get up there about our normal time, about 5 o'clock, and be ready to tape and walk around, loosen up a little bit, and then get ready for pregame.
All right, and who has the rights of carrying out the hammer for this week?
It was actually a really tough pick this week. We had several really good candidates, but A.J. Vaughn, has really been in the conversation for the first 3 weeks, and he had a couple of really good hits. He's done a great job from his safety position coming up and making tackles, run support, and yeah.
A.J. Vaughn, you're going to carry out the hammer on our first road test, true road test, and a long trip to Ponca City as our countdown to kickoff continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home. Connect with a personal banker and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Welcome back to Ponca City, Oklahoma's site of this showdown between your Macarthur Highlanders and the Ponca City Wildcats. And the Macarthur Highlanders, after losing week 0 to Elgin, rattled off 2 of their city rival wins against Eisenhower and then Lawton High last week and became back-to-back city champions. So congratulations on that effort. As the sun starts to set over here on this side of the press box, you can see out to the west, and we are on the northern tip of Oklahoma, just a stone's throw away to Kansas, if you want to say that, up kind of near Blackwell. And, you know, if you kind of know that area, this is the first time, Jay, that I have ever been to Ponca City. In fact, I talked to many that asked, have you ever been to this stadium? And I got a flat-out no. I mean, it's not very familiar to the Lawton schools as much, and so this was our first trip, a very good experience as far as we had a great Mexican restaurant to eat at, and then the facilities are nice. They got a nice press box that's been updated. You can see a little rock formation in the back of the screen, on the top of your screen, and then behind there, looks like they're looking at a new practice facility, looks like, huh, Jay?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, this place is really nice. I mean, they've got huge amounts of space, and but, yeah, this is, you know, I'm going to tell you something that, you know, I'm the same way with you. I ask everybody I knew, have you been to Ponca City? And I actually had people say, where is it? And, you know, I've never been here either, and I can't believe that after all the football games we've called, we've never been here.
Well, we've been to Enid, so you take I-35, and then you take a hard turn left, and you're going to go west to Enid. Now you take a hard turn right, and you're heading out east, you know, so that's where it gets you to Ponca City, kind of on the northern end. And our countdown to kickoff from Larry Bush continues. Get a free rate quote today, 580-354-1017, for life or auto, home insurance, all what you need without compromising on coverage. Let's give you now your schedule sponsor, which kind of gets us to where we have seen the Macarthur Highlanders up to this point. You can see the Elgin Owls were a week 0 game. This is our 4th game, and we're still not in a district. And Coach kind of mentioned that. Why? So we could pick up the 10th game. But we're going to be off next week, believe it or not. That really gets us honed in on the rest of the district, which will start next week with Classen, then Duncan, Midwest City, Newcastle will come to town, Southeast, and then we finish up with Bishop McGuinness. And before you know it, we're going to look up and we're going to say this is already week 5, you know, so you basically have that. So that's from Morgan Stanley, your scheduled sponsor. The key to financial success is taking care of your family tree. For more information, visit their team website. You can search Orchard Group Lawton or call 580-354-7475. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. And we're going to give you now your keys to the game. Keys to the game is brought to you by the Chambers Veterinary Clinic. Making your pets happy makes us happy. From the routine pet visit to offering surgical care, ultrasound, labs, radiographs, plus boarding your pet at 1704 Southeast 60th Street, just right down from Channel 7. You can't miss them. Call 357-9833. We'll start with you, Jay. Keys to the game for the Macarthur Highlanders.
Well, come out obviously and try to eliminate any kind of mistakes that we can have in the first half, and just make sure that we play our game. You know, we don't really have a clue what they're going to do, I don't think, a whole lot, but I'm sure they're going to be very talented, but we're going to have to just play Macarthur's game. Run the football, run the football, run the football, as I said last week.
I think that's a good key. I think I think because of, and I'll just double down on that, the run game will eliminate them getting the ball as much. So you have a 6A school. They're probably a little bit more physical on the O-line and D-line, very big. And so you kind of want to wear that out, wear them down, and, don't try to run with that. Just kind of limit their ball, how many times that they're going to have that. So that's a great opportunity to get that stopped and eliminate turnovers, get on the road. This is your first road trip. Now, we jokingly said last week, even though they were the road team against the Lawton High Wolverines, that was our shortest road trip of the year, followed up by our longest road trip of the year here in Ponca City. Our keys to the game brought to you by the Chambers Veterinary Clinic. Making your pet happy makes them happy. You can give them a call, 357-9833. Well, we still get our starting lineups, and we got the coin toss and the kickoff of tonight's game coming up right around the corner as their countdown to kickoff from Larry Bush continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options and lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Welcome back to Ponca City. Sun will set as we're kind of setting our watches. We set about, 7:30 now? Jay, you love summertime when it's like 9 o'clock when the sun sets and you can kind of see through the glass right there a little bit of the west setting sun here in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Part of the countdown to kickoff from Larry Bush. Let's give you your starting lineups for your Macarthur Highlanders. It's brought to you by Crystal Miller. Crystal Miller, CPA, certified public accountant here in Lawton for personal or business accounting and tax preparations. 1104 Southwest B Avenue, phone 580-581-0970. For the Macarthur Highlanders, we'll start off with your offense with Avon Lachlan. Number 6, he is your junior quarterback at 6'1", and then handing it off to Marquise Harris. He's wearing number 4, 5'10", 190-pound senior. Then Josh Rushing going to go deep, 6'3", 210, taking the long ball down the field, and then with Adam Austin, also going to play both sides of the field, 6'3", 195-pound wide receiver. Jordan Murray wearing number 7, 6'3", 230. We'll also see him at a slide-out slot. And then Bo DeLong, we're going to have receiving core at number 17. He's 5'10". And then Joe Warner, he's going to start off on our O-line. He's our starting center at 57 at 6'2". Then Jamarcus Jarvis wearing number 68. He's a right guard, 6'1". And then followed by Jeremy Fields. He's the right tackle, 6', 260 pounds. And then we have got a replacement at left guard. Walter Rhodes is in there, and then Chris Fialoa wearing number 65. And that is your starting offense for the Macarthur Highlanders. Let's head right over to the defensive starters. So countdown to kickoff from Larry Bush continues, and Crystal Miller CPA brings you your starting lineups with Xavier Hill, interior line there for the defensive line, followed by Trey Kibble. He's carried out the hammer a couple of times with his hits, 6', 215 pounds, and then followed by MJ Moe, 5'10", 210 pounds, defensive lineman. And then we're going to get into the linebacking core with Sean Hughes, 6', 195 pounds at an outside linebacker position. And then Morris, 5'8", 175-pound outside linebacker as well. Then filling the interior, Gunnar Tate, number 15, 6', 215-pound junior. And then we have Matthew Steele, 6'3", 195-pound inside linebacker at senior. Then on the back end, we've got Quentin Mass, 5'9", plays defensive back, alongside Trey Williams, 6'1", 185 pounds, defensive back. And then we have Adam Austin, 6'3", 395, Arkansas commit. And then followed by the back end of A.J. Vaughn. He was on our coach's show just the other day, 6'1", 195 pounds, under the defensive coordinator, Mike Reffett. And that is your Macarthur Highlanders starting lineups. And as you can see, our team captains get the handshake from our side official, and he'll walk them out to midfield for our coin toss, which will happen here momentarily. Macarthur Highlanders in their gold helmets, black pants, and their white jerseys. Ponca City is going to be in their red jerseys, white pants, and white helmets, and they're going to meet here at midfield at the Wildcat. So your coin toss is brought to you by Hop and Sack, proud to be locally owned a convenience store here in the Lawton area. Since establishing in 1994, they've been proud to serve our local communities. Drop by anytime. They love to see you. Number 2 Southeast 45th Street, right across from Macarthur High School, your Big Mac headquarters. It's Hop and Sack. Get it on the go. Before and after the game, when you're locally, it's Hop and Sack. So the teams are being addressed, and our head official will give them the last-minute instructions, playing a good game and kind of get this game started. Jay, this is kind of the first long bus ride for our guys. I will say that they had a little bit of an interruption with a planned stop in Edmond, and they were able to go to the garage and get burger and fries. So they left the school about 12:30, got up about 1:30 in Edmond, 8, and then they finished up. So kind of broke up the hour and a half kind of setup.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a long, long time to take a 4-hour, a 3-hour bus ride and get here. But hey, these guys are ready to go. And being on your first road game, it's kind of cool because you're not used to this. This is something different, especially for the young guys.
Yeah, and the thing is, playing a 6A school is still a non-district game because one of your district foes, Guyman, is not playing in our district. So it gives Coach an opportunity, as Ponca City won the coin toss, elected to defer, so they will be kicking off to the Macarthur Highlanders. And they he's pointed both ways. Which one is he going to take as far as got the press box full, and got the sounds with the tolling bell, as they would say, to get ready for high school football in the great state of Oklahoma. We've got some reasons to stay on the network. We have got some great matchups, including Carl Albert at Stillwater. That's going to be on Facebook Live and on X, and then also on YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube, so subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got 4 schools that are off, by the way. Lawton High, Eisenhower, Jones, and who am I missing? There's one other team that is not playing today. Our bye week will be next week. But Stillwater and Carl Albert and Newcastle and Elgin will be some great matchups that you'll want to check out on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So we had our coin toss, had our starting lineups. Guess what's next? It's kickoff. We're 2.5 minutes away from the start of this matchup. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Community Health Center's high-quality healthcare is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
All right, welcome back to Ponca City. Ready to kick this one off as our white cap is back in the end zone, ready to get this one started. And glad to have you along. And our first quarter sponsor is brought to you by Eastside Pharmacy, going above and beyond to help your customers download their free mobile app, call your prescription in anytime, day or night, or even get refill notifications. Eastside Pharmacy with 4 pharmacists and 17 years in business. Phone 355-6400. So the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. The Ponca City Wildcats won the coin toss, elected to defer, and we are underway in the great state of Oklahoma, and that's going to be fielded at about the 8-yard line. Taken to the 10, to the 20, got a crease at the 25, trips up over at the 33-yard line, and a decent return for your Macarthur Highlanders.
And it's just going to what I want to see is how they match up speed for speed with us. You know, I mean, Macarthur has some speed. We got some young guys that can really fly. Our quarterback can run it. We got a lot of backs that can hit the holes hard. I want to see how they respond to how we run the football.
So the Macarthur Highlanders will break the huddle, and the first possession is the Highlanders in their all-away whites with black trim pants. And Avon Lachlan back in the shotgun formation, and Harris next to him. And we'll do that shift over, as we've seen quite often as the Highlanders start off. Avon Lachlan's going to look to throw, trying to go Josh Rushing's way, a little pushing and shoving. Oh, that was almost a connection right out of the gate. It's a timing route, just not there. We saw a little bit, and you see this on the instant replay. Just by a step or two, he waited, and then right there.
Yeah, just that was a great call. Man-to-man coverage out there, and he had him beat.
So we're going to go back to that again, and we'll be able to see that. Highlanders will go back to a handoff to Harris, and he's got a big hole to the 40, 45, 50, crosses midfield inside Ponca territory, and just like that, the Highlanders on a great rush. Look at the hole right there.
Well, he just hits the hole hard. What a runner. He runs downhill.
And then Avon Lachlan not even going to wait. We're going to go Harris the other way, go on the opposite side, off tackle, and gains of a couple more. Another hot day. I think we get a little bit maybe cooler temperatures next week. Let's get to football weather, right, Jay?
Yeah, it was over 100 when we got here.
Yeah, so that's what the temperature showed, and hot on the field, I'm sure. Lachlan and company back to work. Fake handoff, going to look to throw, gets bottlenecked in, and then decides to run and scramble.
He's got him.
Scramble, drill, and then it's out thrown to Bo DeLong. So, you know, that's kind of a backyard football drill. It didn't work. This didn't work. And then he just says go. And he makes Bo go on a go route, and they could not connect, and that's going to bring up a third down. Third down at about 10. So they tried for the deep one. They got the 10-yard rush and then a couple of theirs and another handoff. Skates down to about the 39-yard line on the first drive of the Highlanders, and a decision time for Coach Manning and company. I think it's probably 4-down territory, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I'm going here.
So 4th and 6 for the Highlanders. Lachlan back in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a fake handoff. Laughlin's going to get the corner. He's got a block by Josh Rushing. He'll just get the first down and then walk out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So good heads-up play by your quarterback.
It's just there's some just gaping holes here, and he gets outside in his speed, and so far they've not been able to match his speed for speed. I can tell you that.
All right, so your First Baptist East instant replay showed that. Another handoff to Harris, tries the spin move, gets out of the tackle at the 29, at the 20, still on his feet, and gets pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and that's all Harris making it show.
Wow. The hole's there, and he just bounces outside. That's just a great run by him. He's so talented.
They're going to go quickly as we're in a Ballard's Garage red zone. Getting an opportunity and knocking at the door for the Highlanders on their first drive. Fake handoff, looks to go in the corner, and there's kind of communication. Josh Rushing stopped, and the ball was already thrown. But your red zone is by Ballard's Garage, family-owned and operated, an auto repair shop catered to you and your needs with flexible hours to work with your schedule to get your car fixed right. Call for an appointment today, 699-2400, 1526 Southwest F Avenue in Lawton. Lachlan, handoff. Up the middle, and nothing going here. Looks like we can get on the edge, but we're really testing the waters when it comes to in between the seams.
And we look just as big as they do. I mean, we wondered about that. Where will we fit with them?
Yeah, being a 6A2 school, now used to playing with Lawton High, and Eisenhower is a 6A2 school, so that shouldn't show you anything about necessarily the size ratio. Another handoff to Harris. Boy, he makes that cut at the 10, spin move. And then he's finally corralled as he gets down to about the 9 to the 8-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. No, not a 4th and goal. It's a 4th down and about 4 yards. So 4th and 4, they pick up the first down if they get outside the 4-yard line.
Going to go for a field goal here.
And yes, we're going to go for a 25-yard field goal attempt for the Macarthur Highlanders as their drive kind of stalled out when they got inside the red zone to try to put 3 on the board. And they are sending some personnel. Look at, they are on that line. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So the Macarthur Highlanders put 3 on the board on their opening drive. They score first. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
All right, back here at Ponca City, where your Macarthur Highlanders take the opening drive, get down in field goal position to give it 3, and that is your drive summary. It's brought to you by City National Bank, offering you easy online account opening for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account waits you at City National Bank, member FDIC, several locations to serve you. Now your kickoff specialist is Wayne's Drive-In. Burgers to baskets, pizza, salad, steak fingers, and the best sweet teas and cherry limeades. Number 2 Southwest C Avenue, or number 2 Southwest 7th Street and Southwest Sheridan Road. And it's going to be a bounce out and picked up at the 1-yard line, believe it or not, taken to the 10, and then gets corralled by the Macarthur special teams defense right outside the 14-yard line.
Well, that's a great kick. Kicked that ball to about the 3-yard line. That's just
surprised he took it and not let that, kind of sail in the end zone, but was able to take that up and try to make something out of it. But the Macarthur Highlanders on the spot for the special teams defensive stop, and now the Ponca City Wildcats will have their first opportunity with the ball, all in red jerseys and white pants. And we'll have split backs, 2 receivers on the top side of your screen and 1 on the low end. We'll give you a count here with the Ponca City Wildcats having an opportunity at their and that was whistled.
Official said,
I think there was a confusion whether they were going to go and the quarterback didn't know, and then they're going to set the 25-second clock, and now we're going to start over from scratch.
said, until you hear my whistle, we don't go.
Right, and so that's why I think the quarterback was confused, and the center didn't know, and the center hiked it, and so no harm, no foul. Okay, so straight to work is a fake jet sweep motion quarterback keep, and that fooled a lot of the Macarthur defense sweeping that way, and the quarterback dances his way for about 5 yards up to about the 20-yard line.
They've got a big old number 71 at their right tackle.
I see that.
He came, we saw him in his warm-ups, and he was big.
Well, and we don't have any specs. On our roster, they didn't give any height or weight measurements at all, so your guess is as good as ours. We just know he's a load.
He's a big one.
He's a big one, and he's there on that edge, and that quarterback is going to tend to use that. Johnston Burke, the sophomore, gets the call for the Ponca City Wildcats in the split backs. And again, fake ride. This is going to be that cat and mouse, about quarterback play of whether you get the jet motion or quarterback keep. And the quarterback does keep, but it makes up a third down and short, just underway at the 8:08 mark here of this first quarter. The Macarthur Highlanders got the ball first, was able to get down into scoring position, but ended up with a field goal for 3, and that's what your score stands at, just underway, and both teams having their first possessions of the ball game. Sun is finally setting behind the horizon of Ponca City here on the west end of the stadium. Fake handoff, quick toss going to the far side of the field,
good
and
defense.
he is hit. And right at the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a fourth down and a punting situation for Ponca City, but that was great stay-at-home defense.
That puts them in a punting situation. That's a great job for the defense. First set, they don't even get a first down.
So that's good to establish yourself on the road like that, offensively and defensively. So you answered those both questions, but it is 4 quarters to play. Just think that only elapsed. It's now 7 minutes and 15 seconds. So not much between those two. Punter stands back at his own 11, gets that one away. Josh Rushing is going to one-hop it at the 35, taken to the 40, lowers his shoulder, and then goes. There will be a flag on the play. You think that's a face mask? Because that was right at the exchange of the hit.
Looks like maybe an illegal block, probably.
Okay, so right before that. So we'll see what the white cap comes as they exchange over personnel from special teams to offense and defense, and the Macarthur Highlanders looking for their second possession of the ball game. Yeah, it is. Like you called it against the Highlanders, legal block in the back. And that will march back what Josh Rushing's connection was. Now, when do you think they're going to try that deep one to Josh Rushing again? Because it'll
be on this drive.
You think it's going to be, they're going to set that one up.
It's coming again.
Yeah, it's going to be, let's try that connection with Lachlan and Rushing. Got a man in motion. That's Bo DeLong coming to the near side of the field. Looks, now it's going to be a screen to Bo DeLong. Gets caught up in the wash past the 37-yard line, and a flag comes out late. So a flag in the play. That's more likely going to be on the Highlanders. Could be a hold, and especially when you get in that screens or an illegal man downfield. But
crackback block.
So, yeah, it's a legal
Blind
crackback
side.
block,
Yeah,
and
block.
that's you didn't see coming, and that's gonna hurt you.
Well, that's because we were coming back with that screen.
Yeah.
You come back to the middle there, and sometimes you run into people.
Right. Your Eastside Pharmacy first quarter, not quite getting to the halfway mark of a 12-minute quarter, and this really backs the Highlanders up. Now you look for this deep throw coming up. Lachlan, low snap, looks Josh's way, and that's just going to be fired out of bounds. No, that's going to be incomplete, and that's trying to go over to Gabriel.
Yep.
Kenyon Gabriel over on
he's
the
been
far
playing
side.
a little bit in the last few weeks. Have you noticed he's kind of come in?
Saw that. A little bit of rotation there. Lachlan, back to work. Looks Josh Rushing's way. That was kind of tipped up from a linebacker, put his hand up, and that falls out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a third down and very long.
You don't usually have a lot of third down and 25.
No, that's not really in your playbook. But no, I think we do. It's a Lachlan to Rushing on a go route, and
but
you do it here.
But they know that too.
Well, I understand that. You tried that once, and we're going to come back. handoff, and they're going to try to say, okay, we'll just set up for a punt. So now Ponca City has really established themselves on that after the Macarthur Highlanders drove the length of the field in the first possession, get caught up with a crackback penalty, sets them back up, and now Gunnar Tate will stand back at his own 9-yard line for the punt.
Yeah, penalties killed us there and put us behind the chains, and no chance but to throw every down.
Tate with a motion. Going to get this punted away right into the punter at about the 45 to the 50. And then is finally taken down after he gets up to about, the 46-yard line.
And Bo DeLong makes a great tackle there.
Glad you could join us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Got some great games on the network that we'll keep an eyeball on as well. Carl Albert in Stillwater, and then Elgin and Newcastle. You can download our free app on Apple and Android devices. Also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Those who are watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. So decent field position as they get into Highlander territory on their second possession of the ball game. Ponca City and the Wildcats look to the sideline for a new play call. Remember, everything has been jet sweep motion, quarterback keep, and even a toss. And this tries to go in between the tackles and gains maybe about 2.
It kind of does a little counter there. One goes one way and one comes back the other way, and just not much there. Max done a pretty good job of holding the middle.
See that on your First Baptist East instant replay. Check them out this weekend for worship, Bible class, a growing community. And you can grow with them at First Baptist East. So it brings up now a second down at about 8 for Ponca City, who...
I don't know why the clock's not running.
Yeah, I know that was a run play. I mean, you're right. Whitecap saw that either. I mean, that was kind of very interesting. Thanks for the side note on that. Split backs, quarterback keep, and we get a flag on the play. Nice fill in the gap there. I mean, we're talking about right there is Matthew Steele comes in and puts a hit and a lick.
He's going to get him for sideline warning.
Okay, for
Ponca City.
Ponca City, okay. So Ponca City gets one little shot across the bow. The next one's going to be flagged. And it will bring up a second down. No, that play should count. That's third down, yeah. Third down and 9. They lost a yard. So 3rd down and 9 for Ponca City and the Wildcats. 5:56 mark of the first quarter.
Still not running.
Yeah, I mean, that's – someone should tell the coaches that
eventually they'll see it, surely.
Ponca City, straight back to pass, looking downfield. Oh, we got a whole bunch of collision.
And that's just that. Hey, they ran a route, and I think they both got it confused. He's telling his receiver from Ponca City, he's saying, hey, you got to run that route further down the field. We ran together.
So we'll get a new play call from the sideline.
This is 4th down, so I think they're going to punt here. I just got a feeling they're going to punt. I don't know why, but, yeah, I think he's coming in to punt. They've not had much success against Macarthur offensively at all.
So punter will stand back at his own 44-yard line. Josh Rushing will stand back at his about 13. It is blocked right there, and a great opportunity for the Highlanders to get a special teams play. Let's see that on instant replay. Coming in off the edge, and then boom.
That looks like Kibble, I think, number 5.
Get your hand. They say if you can't get in there, get your hand up
That's
in
all he
there.
had to do.
How many times have you seen linemen do the same kind of thing?
That's just a good job.
When it comes to a pass and bat down a quarterback to say, if I'm getting blocked and I can't get to you, I can at least knock it down. And that's where the Highlanders did. And a great special teams play to get the ball inside Ponca territory for now their 3rd possession. First possession was down to a score for a field goal. Second possession backed them up with a penalty. And Lachlan will have Harris to his right. Hand off to Harris, then back to Bo DeLong, back to a straight back to Josh Rushing. It is caught to the 5, and then he'll get down to about the 2 to the 1 yard line, and that is either Matador or they have a special called play, and you like to have it on film, but here it is.
That's a reverse pitch back to the quarterback, and he's wide open. They think it's a run. They're all coming to play.
Just a little slight underthrown. If it was 6, and they kind of knew it, and they set up shop right outside the 1, and they'll start real quick as they get the ball placed, and then got, I think, a timeout. They're going to say Lachlan with an equipment issue, something, or a timeout on the field, and we're in a red zone. We'll keep it here for a Ballard Garage red zone opportunity. Family-owned and operated, an auto repair shop catered to you and your needs with flexible hours, willing to work with your schedule to get your car fixed right. Call for an appointment today at 699-2400 at 1526 Southwest F Avenue in Lawton. Handoff Lachlan. To Harris, and Harris gets twisted, and the ball comes out. It's a mad dash at the 1. Ponca City says they have it, and on that spin move is when the ball came out. Let's see the possession. Whitecap comes up, and no. There it is. Ponca City recovers at the 1. So what do we say about turnovers and miscues? And unfortunately, Harris trying to make something happen in the spin. We got a down Ponca City player there right at the exchange. So as they tend to him, we'll go to a break and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Well, back-to-back great plays for the Highlanders with a special teams block punt and then a special play down to the 1 yard line and then a Harris fumble at the 1, and Ponca City gets the exchange, and they are 99 yards away.
99 and a half, looks like.
So Johnston Burke, the sophomore, who's in the end zone, handoff up the middle, carries a couple of defenders up past the 6 to give a little bit of breathing room. So a carry up to about 4 yards or so to bring up a second down and about 5.
Pretty good defense. They're just going to come try to get out of this hole they're in. They don't want to do anything crazy here. I've not seen them get close to completing a pass yet.
No, they've been primarily just quarterback keep, toss, handoff on jet sweep motion, handoff on the motion going either to the sides to sides, and then there was one that was kind of in between the tackles. Burke, handoff off tackle, and then there is nothing going there but a couple. Gets up to about the 9, but they need to get past the 11 for a first down, so we'll bring up a third down and short. Clock will roll with 4:20 left to go here in quarter number 1 in your Eastside Pharmacy first quarter.
So this would be a big down right here if you can hold them right here. They have to punt out of their own end zone. I guarantee.
Well, they made us punt deep from our own territory, and unfortunately, the 3 possessions, the Highlanders score with a 3. They get down to the 1 and fumble on their third possession, and then they were held out with that penalty that backed them up kind of out of anything to make happen. Going to try to get someone to go. Showed that we were blitz. We're showing we're coming. We're trying to get both action coming right up. And there's going to be a stack up, and then the push gets away, and that's going to be a first down opportunity as he skirts up to about the 17, 18-yard line. That will be enough to move the chains.
Yeah, he just pushed his way through that right there, and we just got to get a little lower and get that tackle made.
So the Wildcats get a 1st and 10 with the 3:34 mark here of quarter 1.
They ran right behind Biggin on that. They were coming right behind.
Well, if this was your team, I think you'd have the same kind of offense right there. Here we go. Let's line it up against number 71. Looks like someone went early, but there's going to be a handoff in the exchange going on the top side of your screen, trying to go off tackle and just only gains a yard. The 3:04 mark. That is Omari Orr, who is 71. A famous Orr played on an offensive line, defensive line before.
When we saw him warming up, we were like, he didn't have any pads on, and we were like, he's the biggest kid on the field.
And according to this, he's a junior, so he's coming back next year.
Some program will be looking.
Well, you got the size ratio right there. Trips are stacked up bunch here to the near side just for blocking backs, and, boy, the Highlanders give them no room to run in between the tackles, even behind 71, and gets caught up past the 21-yard line.
Well, he didn't block much. He just kind of stood there. So he's got to do a
kind
little
of
more
went around him.
Yeah. They had to run around him. He's in the way.
That's right.
He's like a house.
First Baptist East instant replay. You're invited to come and meet their growing community, 100% committed, connecting to the people of Lawton Fort Sill. First Baptist East. The 158 mark and counting of quarter number one. So the split backs now, they're going to go back in just the one back, fake, roll out to the top side. That's a little bit of chin music. I love that.
A little hello.
As A.J. Vaughn came up and gave him a little bit of shoulder crunch, as you'll see this on your First Baptist insert. Boom, right there.
Oh, yeah.
And usually that will dislodge a ball and everything else like that.
Well, he didn't. He thought, I'm not even going to catch it.
So fourth down at 7 at a punting situation from Ponca City as the punt should be around the 8-yard line. Decent field position coming up for the Highlanders as Rushing will stand back close to midfield. As Josh will await the punt.
Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Comes away, and it was blocked last time. Gets it away, and a one-hopper by Josh Rushing. Going to take it to the far side, looks for a little bit of a move, gets around the corner, and then runs out of real estate right there at midfield.
You know what I've been impressed with is they've not had one single receiver open.
Yeah.
That they've been able to even get close to. I mean, they're running for their lives trying to get away from the secondary for Macarthur, and Mac's done a great job on defense.
So it brings it to about $132. Macarthur leads by a field goal. That was on the first possession of the ball game. Then the Highlanders got backed up with a penalty. The third possession got them to the 1-yard line, and then they fumbled there as Harris had the ball stripped. And now the fourth possession for the Highlanders is Lachlan awaits the snap in the shotgun formation, and now they'll shift. Shift over left, looks for a new play call. Lachlan on the sideline.
I bet we run the ball.
It's good to get back into that and stretch play to Harris. Makes one man miss at the 50 and another man miss at the 45. And then he's upended as he gets down to about the 44-yard line. A decent 7-8 carry on carry one.
Oh, that's just a good job. I mean, he jukes their shoes off right out there. He's just a heck of an athlete, man.
Harris has shown his stuff in his second down and short as we go quickly to the ball. Another handoff to the 40, 35, still on his feet and about the 32-yard line. We'll go back over to Thomas. So Josiah Thomas, this is kind of the 1-2 punch. Whether you see number 4 or you never see number 0.
Yeah, Thomas just hits the hole hard there.
And we'll even see number 28, Connor Claiborne, as the trifecta, as you will, for the running backs as the Highlanders are able to get the first down and move the chains.
I think there was a penalty, but I think it was just sideline warning from Macarthur.
Okay, so both teams had a sideline warning between the two.
I'm thinking that's what it was, but I'm not 100% sure. But
didn't have a full explanation from our Whitecap, and they'll shift over in a scurry defensively as they're going to try. Sets up in the pocket, Lachlan looking for the corner, and this is just outstretched. So this goes back to the timing, and I tell you, when you get it, it's going to be special. And we saw a little bit of that last week, but, that's just reps. It's just getting it. It's timing. That was a little disrupted. The defense was kind of back there. He kind of had to step up in the pocket with 1:12 left to go in the first. They're kind of daring you to run, and, so we'll run.
Let them dare me.
30, 25, 20, down to the 15, one man to the beat, and no, he'll get spun out a bounce at about the 11-yard line. And that's Josiah Thomas that gets the carry for the Highlanders. Trying to get their first touchdown of the ball game.
Well, that's a good run.
And your Ballard's Garage red zone opportunity for Harris to the 10, and why not? He said, I fumbled at the 1. Give it to me, Coach. I'll handle it for you. The good hands takes it down to about the 5-yard line. So Ballard Garage, family-owned and operated, auto repair shop catered to you and your needs with flexible hours, willing to work with your schedule. Call for an appointment today, 699-2400. Lachlan, back to work. Handoff.
Oh,
Harris had to wait and didn't have any help except for a couple of yards backwards to bring up a 3rd down. We've seen this before, so we can run big all the way, get down in this red zone opportunity, and there's just too many bodies, 11 on 11, you got 22 people in a small little area. And how you work it. Fake handoff. Oh, and that's batted down.
Batted at the line.
So batted at the line for the defensive line, and now, so it's another opportunity for a field goal kick? I think though, we're going to try to match it up to try to get another 3 to make it 6. So you're going to get all the points you can on the road against Ponca City with the final 10 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1.
And that ball was just batted at the line. He looked like he, might have had a chance of completing something there in the corner, but that's 2 times now we've gotten down there inside the 10 and just couldn't get anything done.
So it'll be exactly as last time. It was a 25-yarder. Same here. Another 25-yard field goal attempt for the Highlanders. Like how the kickers motion and get their body adjusted is Martinez. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. Through the uprights to make it another 3. It's a 6-0 lead for the Highlanders. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
All right, back here at Ponca City, where we got some interesting scores as Elgin leads Newcastle 21-0. Carl Albert leads Stillwater 21-0. Walters 14-8 over Velma Alma. Sulphur 28-0 over Cache. And Del City and Midwest City scoreless in 1. And we've got 6-0 here, Ponca City. And your drive summary brought to you by City National Bank, stalled out with another field goal. One size does not fit all. Find your account that fits you today. Your ideal account waits you at City National Bank. Member FDIC, several locations to serve you. And your Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Ball kicked off and fielded at about the 7-yard line, taken to the 10, to the 15. Still has some bodies in front for blocks up to about the 20, and then steps out at the 21-yard line.
Really good. Again, a really good kick into the corner. You really get your defense, your kicking team so that you can get them down there and get that tackle made. That's great. That's great kickoff by him. And, this year we've not seen a whole lot of those deep kicks until the second half of last week's game.
End of 1 quarter, 6-0 Highlanders. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with the Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
All right, back here at Ponca City, 1 quarter in the books. Welcome into quarter number 2. Kind of, where the Highlanders had an opportunity, miss those opportunities, and your Lawton Firefighters Association is your second quarter sponsor, proudly supporting the community they serve each and every day. Lawton Firefighters Association. So Ponca City and their split backs, going to be a handoff.
Same play.
Not much. Helmet comes off.
You got to go outside.
Yeah, he was going to have to. Yeah, he tried to sneak in that
did.
little pile, and he said, "Hey,
I can put it back on quick."
No,
It wasn't
whistle
me.
for you." Yep. So unfortunately, I had to kind of strap up and get another opportunity. So the Highlanders lead 6-0 with 2 field goals. Kind of stopped in that red zone. Kind of like to see a little bit more effectiveness there, and they'll work on that as we got 4 quarters. Split backs, man in motion going to the top side of your screen.
Same play.
Handoff. They see something they like for a couple because it gains a couple more, but it's not getting first downs. It's now 3rd down and about 4, just underway here in your second quarter.
And they like going to the right side behind Biggin, so you got to load it up and make sure you can buckle it down.
After a hot day, a little bit cooler, the temperature's starting to decline. Up here on that road trip to Ponca City, glad you could enjoy it. Maybe you're in your home screen on Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. Split backs, going to ride that fake and the quarterback keep as we saw in the first drive for Ponca City.
Going to be a yard short.
And he's going to be, 4th down and about 1. Now, you could try to hard count it and then call timeout, but they're going to take a little bit. Yeah, the coach just said punt it. I just saw that. He just gave the little.
Now.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do anything fancy here. But there was a little delay, and I said, okay, what are they going to do? And then I looked down at the coach, and he said, punt it.
Yeah.
All he does is lift up his foot and then just gives that little motion of
like
punt.
We're punting it now.
Mm-hmm. Got a late return man coming up. Interesting, we got a Macarthur Highlander with yellow shoes, and I always hated that because I said, there's a flag on the field. It's like when you see that. Punter will stand back at his own 17-yard line. Another low, and that gets away. Remember, it was blocked once. Josh Rushing is going to be fielded at the 34. Now taken to the edge of the 40, stiff arm, and then, he's taken down by a host of Ponca City Wildcats up at the 41-yard line.
What you don't like to see is about 9 Macarthur players in the middle of the field, and there's no other player around.
Well,
them.
and that's the thing, and and he's trying to make something happen, and he gets no blocks, and so he doesn't really set up for a return. Yeah,
they were watching that play.
Well, and that's not good. I know he's an exceptional athlete, but they still need blocks. They still need something. So they can work on that. A little film study.
Having next week off will be plenty of time.
Yeah, and that's really something we brought up. We're playing 4 games straight, and it really comes at a really good time, ready before you start preparing for your district play. Harris will shift over to Laughlin's left. Bo DeLong in motion. Quick little toss to Bo. Gets to the edge of the 45-50, and that's what Highlanders used to live on, the bread and butter with that play over and over again, even to a state title game against the Carl Albert Titans, as we saw many a times. Laughlin, handoff to Harris, another hole to the 40, skates back to the 35, and then he's going to tightrope. Will he go all the way? He will score. He did not step out of bounds. Touchdown, Macarthur!
Wow.
And I was thinking immediately, like right about this is where I thought he got caught up. He tight ropes it. Harris goes. He says, hey, forget that I fumbled there on the 1-yard line. I'm taking it all the way. And he puts 6 on the board for the Highlanders and the PAT coming up. Harris goes the distance on the handoff, so it's a hole and out the door. And Katie barred the door. It's a touchdown for the Highlanders.
Now that player, he's lost his helmet 60-something, so they got to trade out somebody in here.
And the PAT coming up to make it a 12-0 advantage for the Highlanders on the road before they have a bye week and a district matchup in 2 weeks. PAT coming up. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick
I don't think it
is no good. No, it kind of
kicked it a little left.
Right outside the edge, so the score stays at 12. 12-0. Highlanders lead at the 9:16 mark of the second quarter. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
Well, glad you could join us here on the road trip to Ponca City. And so far, the Highlanders have capitalized on 2 field goals, a touchdown by Harris, and then a missed for the first time probably this year, a PAT. And so the Highlanders keep it at 12. And your drive summary brought to you by City National Bank, offering you online accounts for both personal and business. One size does not fit all. Member FDIC. Onside kick, they were ready for it. They've seen that on film a couple of times for the Highlanders. It didn't get a bounce, went right in the breadbasket of the front line interior, and he was ready for it. And your kickoff specialist brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In, with 2 locations to serve you. Number 7 Southwest Sheridan Road, over 50 years of experience at the Wayne's Drive-In and 6810 Northwest Cash Road. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's.
One thing I never know when we're going to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like get the sense. I mean, we're never told when they're going to do it.
Sometimes I feel
that it's coming, but it really is a opportunity. Well, because things are kind of going your way right here.
Yep.
You can play around with it a little bit and try to get some experience with it. But you give the Ponca City Wildcats a half a field to work with.
Great field position.
Sophomore in at quarterback for Ponca City with split backs. It's going to be the fake motion going to the near side of the field, quarterback keep, but he's going to gain of about 6 maybe. So that's been their effective play so far. Quarterback fake and a keep up the middle.
Clock's not running again. I can't understand how the White Hat hasn't noticed that the play is not. It's not running. He saw it. They're still not running.
Still not running it. Yeah, and he's motioning for it, and now they finally. So I mean, the White Hat, that's what his job opportunity is. He's looking straight down, and he sees the big clock, and so he's looking at it and he says, "Hey, that was a run play." So
yeah.
We don't stop the clock unless they go out of bounds or it's a pass play that's incomplete. But they're on top of it at 8:52 left to go here in the second quarter.
I'm glad he finally saw it. Now he'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, just kind of like I spy.
Big third down here. You hold them right here, they're going to punt again.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe they'll go for it. Well, if it's 3rd and 1, maybe.
Coming the other way.
Coming in with that's
it.
good. And they lost some yards with it. So they play the reverse as the fake and the quarterback keep. He's going to lose about 2, and that is going to be a punting situation now at a 4th down and 7 with 8:17 left to go here in the second quarter.
Now, this is one I'd probably come after.
Well, we came after one. We were able to get the block, and so why not? And, they've been low snaps the last 2.
Yeah.
And so you could really maybe get a piece of it, maybe a scoop and score.
Got to be careful here. They're not trying to pull you off sides here.
This time it's a great delivery, and it's a decent punt. And Josh is going to take it off a one hop. He should have let that go, and then he gets away from just one defender but not 3 and taken down at the 9-yard line.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I know. It's it's ill-advised sometimes,
I know you don't want that to roll down to the 1, but
yeah.
That's one of those, if they hit you just right and the ball comes loose.
Oh, I know.
It's all over.
Yeah.
They've got it. You don't want to give them any kind of momentum. They don't have any right now. They've had none.
Yeah, Highlanders really kind of had their way, except for, they've stalled out 2 drives. It could easily be 21-0.
Well, it's nothing that they've done to us. We've done it to ourselves.
Done it to ourselves. A couple of penalties. You had a turnover on the one. Had an opportunity where you came up empty on 2 red zone opportunities. So Harris said, never mind that last time with a big hole and a big run to the touchdown for the 6 for the Highlanders, as Lachlan will get a new play call as they'll shift left. Harris, the lone back. 2 receivers in the top side of your screen. Fake handoff. Looking to throw in, over Josh Rushing's head and kind of double covered.
They weren't official.
I missed that.
Yeah, he got wiped out.
The 7:40 mark.
I think that's going to be holding.
Flag on the play. It is a holding against the Highlanders, so that will back them up.
Half the distance.
Half the distance. The goal will go to about the 5-yard line. And a first down. And remember, the philosophy of Coach Manning in these positions, he is not afraid to throw deep on deep.
That wasn't a good throw there because we had double coverage.
Covered right there. That's ill-advised there. But they're going to be a handoff. Why not? Skirts past the 1, but not to the 2nd and 3rd as Harris gets taken down, but kind of a Jersey missed tackle.
I'm going to try to grind this out right here. I'm going to try to get first downs and move the ball down the field, and let's wear their defense out. Their defense has got to be starting to get tired because they really had much on offense at all.
So they go quick on the offense. Another handoff, going to get all the – and see, this is unfortunately because these were all your the holding yards back to make it a 3rd down and short. Lachlan is ready to go. Hand claps, and now a timeout by the Highlanders.
No. Timeout.
Yeah, Ponca City. He reversed it. I said, I don't think we needed to call one. No. They take one. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing. Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? That's good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious. It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each. Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology. Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Apology accepted.
All right, back here at Ponca City, as Ponca City had to call a timeout. That will leave them with 2. And the Highlanders on a 3rd down and short. Lachlan will, now they'll wait for the white cap. He says, last time we said we got to wait on my whistle. They'll shift left, play long, and then the ball comes out. There's a flag in the play. Lachlan has to jump on it at the last minute. But let's see what the flag is. This going to be
I think that's an illegal shift.
Illegal shift, and they're going to decline that, and that's going to be 4th down.
Well, because that looked like ball's going in motion. So is all the linemen moving.
It was kind of tripping over your feet, and then illegal shift against the Highlanders, and they're going to decline that, and it's going to be 4th down and now a punting situation.
Golly.
So we talked about that in the first quarter, shooting yourselves in the foot. You have many opportunities, but this is what happens. And another costly penalty. They took the penalty. Okay, check that. Thank you, Nathan. Nathan Woods, our producer, corrects that. 3rd down and 7. Straight back, looking to field, the throw. Josh Rushing, a little pushing and shoving, and in and out.
There's a flag.
And there's a flag in the play. That's going to be pass interference, and that's going to move the chains.
Yep.
So you can see that on the instant replay. Looking to go, has his man beat, and the only thing he can do is just get in the way and shield in the
There's another
opportunity.
flag back here in the backfield.
Okay, so they could be offsetting because they're all kind of marching back, so we may have to just –
yeah, they're gonna offset.
This is an ugly drive right here. The Highlanders find that holding against the Highlanders, pass interference, penalties offset, replay the down. So 3rd down and 7 again, and we'll try it again at the 6:43 mark here of the second quarter. Your Lawton Firefighters Union second quarter, proudly supporting the community they serve. Nothing fancy. Let's just get Lachlan to Harris, and he'll get you the first down, and then gets past the 46, 47-yard line.
That's what it takes.
Oh, and that's not going to be Harris. That's going to go back to the 1-2 punch of Josiah Thomas. Thanks. Between Caleb and Nathan, they're keeping me in check here. So you got
that's a
exchange running backs, and boy, the disaster of what looks like we were going to have to punt again. Gets away from 1 or 2, and then he's around the corner, off to the races, and then gets pushed out of bounds finally. And another flag on the play.
Another holding.
Right there around that corner, and that's coming back. So just when you think you have a great play set up to hit the corner, someone has the infraction of the hold.
Yeah.
Right probably at the exchange of where it hits that corner. And so, man, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It seems like every time we get going, we're almost at the halfway mark, and we are.
And it's the same
of the second quarter.
Over and over and over. So he's obviously watching somebody.
Call that tight enough. Hand clap, Lachlan. Quick throw on the outset on the edge, and just gains a couple. Trying to get back the penalty yards up to about the 25-yard line.
Really what that does, what you really want to happen there is you're just trying to show them, hey, I'll throw it out here in the flat. And so they're going to have to they can't just come up the middle every play.
Lachlan, hand off the middle to Harris. Harris gets spun down as he gets past the 26 to the 27-yard line. Gets back maybe to the original sticks. But it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long, probably a 3rd down and about 10. Harris, the lone back.
You don't have to throw the ball here. We've proven we can run the ball.
Lachlan, fake handoff. Looking to throw a little high to Josh Rushing, and that's a catch, and that's at the sticks. Dives for the first down, and he does give the motion for 1st and 10, move the chains.
Wow, what a great catch.
A leap up there for Josh Rushing.
He just climbed the ladder. Man, that was
2
great.
defenders nearby, and they'll move the chains for the Highlanders. Lachlan and company back to work.
Huge
handoff.
Hole. Huge hole.
Another one for Harris as he gains about 9 on the carry. Highlanders getting close to midfield and have plenty of time to work with at the 4:27 mark of the second quarter. Well, you like that quick. The referees aren't even getting out of the way in time. Harris, and now flags fly. This is going to be too many men on the field because we had a substitution, and the defender didn't come out in time. So illegal substitution against Ponca City.
And the coach knew it. He wanted to call timeout, and he just didn't. And he thought he might get away with that last 2 yards of him running off. But the official says, no, I'm watching.
12 men on the field will get enough for a 1st and 10, move the chains for the Highlanders past midfield inside Ponca territory, right outside the 48-yard line. 3:50 before the half.
Their coaches, he's had it.
And now a timeout by Ponca City. They call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com or call 800-433-7300.
All right, back here to Ponca City. Welcome into the Macarthur Highlanders' last non-district game. They will be off next week on a bye week before they get into district play. Probably the only one in the OSN family that's not had their bye week yet. They have 4 teams off today. Man in motion, coming to the near side of the field. That's Josh Rushing.
He's got him.
It's going to go deep, and this is going to be overthrown.
Come on, we've got to be able to connect on some of those. Last week we were hitting them.
Yeah, we were hitting, and it's just I don't know why it's off a little bit. Lachlan was not able to connect, had his man beat. That was a potential 6, and they'll go back to the drawing board on a 2nd down and 10 as the clock stops at 3:37 before the half. Lachlan, handoff.
Look at that hole.
To the 40, 35. Oh, what a leap at the 35 down to the 20 and then skates down at about the 15-yard line. Yes, you got to see that on instant replay again. Here's the hurdle. Whoa, coming up right there. And that was a one-legged as he went low and just took that for extra yards. Inside the red zone, Lachlan's not waiting. Handoff. Tries to hit the corner. Gets down to about the 6-yard line. And your First Baptist East instant replay, that was good. That was worth the price of admission right there.
Oh, wow.
In the Ballard Garage red zone.
That defender's like, I got him.
Call 699-2400. Handoff. Skates to the near side. Looks for a block of the 20. Got a flag on the play. And Harris dives his way down to about the 12-yard line. And guess what this is? If there's a flag in the backfield, that's going to be a holding call against the Highlanders. They're calling that really tight against the Highlanders tonight. And they'll back them up 10.
Well, what gets you is that was behind the play.
Yeah, didn't have to happen. Yeah.
No, you don't have to do that.
So an opportunity still in the red zone in your Ballard Garage red zone. Flexible hours willing to meet with your schedule to get your car fixed right at Ballard's Garage. Great Highlanders supporters. Got a daughter on the cheers section. Lachlan will get a new play call. Low snap. Fake handoff. Looking to go. Oh, that's really wide. And that was so wide open, and he overthrows that to Josh Rushing. Kind of uncharacteristic by Lachlan.
Well, he never got his feet set, so he was just kind of thrown off his back leg, and that's where that ball gets up high.
So it brings up a 3rd down and Altus. 3rd down and 16. Lachlan in the shotgun, handoff. This comes to our 3rd running back as we see that 1-2-3 punch as Connor Claiborne.
Claiborne, yeah.
Claiborne gets his way for a couple. But it's a 4th down. Now I'd say maybe not kick this one.
No.
A little bit outside the range and see if you can. Now the first down marker will be about the 8.5-yard line. So you're going to have to gain something, so you're going to probably have to throw for this one. Stacked receivers here on the near side of the field. Hand clap Lachlan. Scoops that almost off the grass. Spin move out of a tackle and a sack back at the 35-yard line. So a jailbreak blitz on the corner edges. Come right off tackle and, man, beat his blocker to the punch, and it is a turnover on downs.
We just keep shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, so
penalties,
you keep them in the ball game like that.
You should be up with 20-something, at least 20-something.
Should be 21. I mean, if you.
I mean, we're at the 1
we're
yard
not counting
line.
all that, but
no, but you can't keep shooting yourself in the foot.
Yep. So here's the opportunity for the Highlanders to try to stop this 2-minute drill. Run your 2-minute offense to try to get something before the half as Ponca City. Just have one lone back. Straight back to pass for Burke. Tries to pump once. Side saddles and then has to run out of bounds.
That's a block in the back.
Yep, and a flag comes out right there.
That's a block in the back.
And now I think, if you're their coach, maybe you hand the ball off and just try to get into halftime. But down 12-0, the Ponca City Wildcats find themselves with a block in the back and pushed back as, the
one thing about him is he's throwing it on both sides.
Yeah, I said he's calling it both ways. I mean,
he's wearing that flag out, but by golly, he's getting both
calling
sides.
It.
He's like, thank you very much. He said he needs a new flag. He wore that one out.
He'll trade it out at halftime.
Yeah, he'll have to get his other one out of his bag.
Back in the shotgun formation, Highlanders showing blitz, and they come up hat for hat. It's past the 34-yard line, trying to make up some of that negative penalty yards, but it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 20, and a timeout is called.
Got a MAC player down.
Oh, a MAC player is.
He's going to hobble off.
He's going to hobble off. So I think it's kind of, I don't know what kind of injury that is, but that's MJ Moe, who has to stutter himself off to the sideline. Hopefully he'll get looked at a little bit. Hope he'll be okay. He went unaided. I mean, he just got something, a little twist. They took that too. We just stayed out there and .132 remain before the half. Clock will start on the Whitecaps whistle. It's rolling. Trips up on the top end of your screen. One lone back to his left. And they'll let this clock run a little bit. They're going to run it down to about 10 seconds.
The play clock wasn't even running for a while.
Going to ride with that quarterback keep as he fakes and gets upended at about the 36-yard line with 1:01 remaining. Brings up
timeout Macarthur, looks like.
Yeah, I think they say, okay, well, you play that, we'll want the ball back. So 1:01 remain before the half. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
All right, back here at Ponca City, host of this non-district matchup between the Ponca City Wildcats and your Macarthur Highlanders. Highlanders are up 12-0. Score doesn't really indicate of kind of how that's been led by the Highlanders. A couple of miscues, opportunities, a fumble at the 1, and so it just kind of really didn't gel to the way the Highlanders would like, and they'll kind of hopefully fix that in the second half. We're about 1:01 away from that. It's going to be a handoff motion. No, they're going to go up-ended. Tries to hit the corner at about the 40-yard line. Gets up-ended.
Macarthur call another timeout.
Well, might as well. They want to say one more opportunity to try to get the ball back.
They've called it.
So we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Well, welcome into Ponca City. So the timeouts by back-to-back Highlanders makes it a 4th down with about a minute left to go, and Josh Rushing will stand back at his own 26-yard line. Punter will stand back at his 29. See what kind of return they can get. If they can get some blocks here. High snap. Almost gets that blocked into, gets that one away in a hop, and they're going to go out of bounds. So we'll mark this. We'll see where he stands up, marches back up to about the 24-yard line. So that's where he'll stay at the 24. Highlanders will have less than a minute to work with. We saw the one trick play earlier that got down to about the 1 yard line with Josh Rushing. A little reverse flip back from Bo DeLong to Aiden, and Aiden let that go to Josh, and just kind of a little underthrown where Josh had to wait just a little bit, and his defender tackled him at the 1. Harris fumbled at the 1. The Highlanders come up empty on that trick play and the long one. Let's see what they do here. With only one timeout, 47 seconds remain before the half. Avon Lachlan will have stack receivers here on the near side of the field. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle.
That's a good job.
And a shoestring tackle at the 35-yard line to Josiah Thomas. Gets the first down, move the chains. The clock will stop until they move the chains. They'll get it set, and the Highlanders should have the next play ready to go. They start the clock, Lachlan. Snap this,
Nope. He didn't
and
get
they
off.
will not get off. So when you make those exchanges, hopefully you have it in due time. And I know you're going to be caught with not the right defender, but, you're going to get caught like that in 5 extra yards, and you don't really have too much time come off the clock with that 35 seconds, and you're up to about the 40-yard line. That's what happens with that quick offense. You have that opportunity. Lachlan looking for an opportunity here. Flags fly. Going to throw, and that's going to be to Josh Rushing. Stiff arm at the 45, and then up on it about the 42. What's this?
I don't know.
Could be coming back.
I think it's going to be against them again.
Oh, really? Yeah, because he's not calling him back. It's
I think it's against them.
Lines judge is going to say, and then we'll maybe decline that. The clock goes down to 25 seconds, so 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think he was offside.
Is run off.
I'm thinking, not sure here, but.
So whether we a sideline warning. Now that should have been a penalty.
Not a warning. This is
yeah, that should have been it. I mean that
there's 5 more.
That's a strange. Yep.
He told him just to get back.
Yep. Well, because you have those. The referee's got to have that little path.
Well, because he can get hurt.
And coaches are in the way, and he's not looking to see if there's anybody there. It should be a free lane for him. So they're going to tack that on as the penalty. Yep. Added to the end of the run, 1st and 10 right outside the 35-yard line. Highlanders knocking at the door with 25 seconds to say, hey, we should have had more than 12 before the half. Let's see if we can get it here. Lachlan, hand clap, hand off, down to the 30, 25, 20, and then still on his feet at the 10, tight ropes and gets down to about the 10-yard line with 16 seconds left to go and a flag on the play.
You're going to get us for holding.
Okay. So now a late flag. This is going to probably be unsportsmanlike conduct, as maybe Josh Rushing said something after the play. So not only do you get the hold, you'll get another 15 yards, and coach, maybe hand the ball off and let's go in the half, because that's going to be a 10 plus a 15, and we're going to be back to midfield. So the dead ball after the play against the Highlanders.
I'm not sure it was on a player.
Okay. Could have been a coach? Okay, I'm sorry.
I just saw him look at the sideline, and they were yelling. And
okay. All right, because I saw Josh Rushing was the lone player over there, and that was kind of where the official threw it. So that's a 15 on top of the 10. You can do your math, and let's just hand the ball off and go into halftime because you're back at your own 41-yard line.
I'm going to see what defense they're going to. They're going to stay way back here.
Yeah.
They're going to let us throw it if we want to.
Yeah, a little play, a little prevent. Well, you must.
I don't know. I'm throwing it.
I mean, I guess.
I am.
I mean, I just, with all of the holding and all the rest of that stuff, I said, let's regroup. Yeah, just a little flat out.
Now get out of bounds.
Sideline.
Get out of bounds.
Lowers his shoulder twice, gets past midfield, down to about the 42-yard line with 9 seconds remaining.
Now this is a pass you can complete here. If they're going to give you that kind, you got to get quick and get out of bounds. I don't know.
Lachlan in the shotgun. Fake handoff.
No.
Steps up in the pocket, looks, loads, and throws.
Oh, he's
got a man wide open, and it is caught, and he goes out of bounds right there
with 1
second left to go, right outside the 7-yard line. Let's see that on the First Baptist East instant replay. Hello, and man, he was trying to stay in bounds. He said, that's a cut back to the end zone because my defender just flew past me.
And now Macarthur's called a timeout.
And that's going to be their last, and so we'll take it with them, and we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials at the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Well, that's interesting. We've got a lot of back and forth in the press box here between Jay Burke, Nathan Woods, myself, Eric Sherem, Caleb Sherem. Well, do you run it here? Do you throw it once to Bo DeLong? Do you kick it for 3? They're not going to kick it. They're going to try to get the points with meaning 6. And luckily we're not coaching because we had 3 different answers in one decision coming up right here. I'd say quarterback keep.
I say we're going to throw it.
Lachlan. Time expires. It's going to be a throw on the run. Hits the corner. He'll cross. He'll score. Touchdown, Macarthur!
Hey, we threw it.
And we threw it. And I sit down. That's why the coaching staff is two boos over.
2 boos to the other side.
To the right. That's right. So 6 on the board. And your First Baptist East instant replay, you heard the horn at the 1, and he didn't cross. And he saw the wide open and in the end zone for 6. And the PAT coming up as you make it 18 and to try to make it the spot on 19. Well, what do I know? Get points before going in the locker room. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So 19-0, and that is half. It ends as the buzzer for the score. The PAT is good. It's 19-0 Highlanders. We've got halftime and second half action. We'll have some scores across the network and so much more right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Welcome back to Ponca City, and we are at the half. It's the Oklahoma Sports Network presentation shows the Macarthur Highlanders lead Ponca City 19-0. Let's give you some scores across the network. We'll start with Elgin really taking it to Newcastle 42-0. We have Sulphur taking it to Cache 56-0. Walters at half. Very tough game, as Coach said on the Coach's Show. Only leads Velma Alma 14-8. Carl Albert, that was a standstill after the 21 points scored in the first half. They are at halftime still at 21-0. And Del City on a roll over Midwest City. Clash of those two district foes, or city foes rather, 34-6. And we are at a 19-0 Macarthur lead here at the half here at Ponca City. So enjoy the second half action, of course, coming up. We want to tell you that you can vote for our OSN Player of the Week. We'll have those on the weekend. You can vote of the top 3 playmakers across the state. Join us for our Coach's Show at La Grande Cantina in the Mall, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. with 6 of our area schools, all 3 Lawton schools, Cache, Elgin, and Walters. You can join us with coaches and players, comments about last week's matchup and the upcoming week. We have 4 teams that are on a bye week, including 2 Lawton schools, and on the way up, I was saying Anita Brown and Jerry, we work so feverishly hard at the Cameron Stadium for these last 4 weeks, for the 0 week and then on are going to be off for 2 weeks. And you say, how could that be? Well, first off, you have Lawton High and Eisenhower are off this week, and we took the trip to Ponca City. So there was nobody playing at Cameron Stadium. And guess what? There'll be nobody playing at Cameron next Friday. Reason being is MacArthur's on a bye week, and Lawton High is at Noble, and Eisenhower is at Stillwater. So crazy things when you get into these 0 weeks and weeks off, and the Highlanders could come at a really good time with that opportunity. In fact, we're going to be able to go and show you from our Orchard Group schedule for Morgan Stanley. You can give them a call, 354-7475. Go search for them online. You can kind of see the Elgin, Eisenhower, Lawton High, Ponca City run, and then we're going to take a week off and then come back. That's it for us in September. We'll come back October 4th with Northwest Classen. We'll take on Duncan. We'll go to Midwest City, back home at Newcastle, Southeast, and then we finish up a kind of a quiet team that no one really talks about, but they're always going to be there in the end. They're at the last game of the season, Bishop McGinnis, November 8th. You may want to circle that on your calendar. That should be a good one for a contest. So we're at the half here. It is MacArthur up 19-0 at the half. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private sellers, and so on. But knowing exactly where to get your car loan makes it all much less stressful. That's where Communication Federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
Well, I wish an opportunity that we could have played the halftime band performance, but we are in a aquarium box, so there is no open windows. We're behind glass, and what I connected, which I thought would have been a crowd mic, didn't seem to be working tonight, so we got to see a little bit of the Ponca City Band, but it is our halftime, and our sponsor is Subway at East 45th Street. Can't beat the Subway Series menu and the fresh baked bread each and every day. Your Mac headquarters, Southeast 45th Street in Lawton. You go see them anytime. Subway at East 45th Street, your halftime sponsors. We've got about 9:53. Remember that Ponca City won the coin toss, elected to defer, so they will get the ball to start the second half as they are down 19-0 at the half. Macarthur leads. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Bearers team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle. 580-357-8720.
Well, the news podcast was uploaded this past week. Chris Evans from the Guthrie News page was our guest. You can go watch on YouTube. You can go on Spotify or Apple to listen to our weekly podcast. It's the Point After from the Oklahoma Sports Network. Don't forget, Tuesdays is our coaches show at La Grande Cantina inside the mall. 6 area schools that come to meet on Tuesday night. We'd love to have you as our guest as well. And we've got all 3 Lawton schools: Cache, Elgin, and Walters. Kind of give you scoring update on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're going to give you a rundown of what we had before we start second half action between those schools. Don't forget, we are also going to have our OSN Player of the Week. That is some of the best top performances in the state. We pick the final 3, and those are in. And then also our OSN Final Scoreboard. That will be up Saturday morning for all the area schools from around the area. So we have a 21-8 Walters lead in the third quarter with Velma Alma. Del City now 41-6 over Midwest City. Elgin leads Newcastle 42-0. That was at the half. 56-0. Sulphur over Cache at the half, and Carl Albert was leading Stillwater 21-0 at the half. We still have some teams that were out this week. Altus was one that was on their bye week, both Lawton High and Eisenhower on their bye week, and so it's kind of interesting of, when you play those 0-week games of kind of who's in and who's out. So it's a great opportunity as we got about 4.5 minutes left before the teams will come out and do their stretches for the 3-minute warm-up, and we'll get ready for second half action. We're glad you're along for the ride, as our ride to Ponca City was an enjoyable one. You sit back and relax. Second half action coming up right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with a Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
At Billingsley Ford, we pride ourselves on the integrity and transparency of our pricing. The price you see is the price you pay. As your hometown Ford dealer, that's the way it should be.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Bring home the win at Billingsley Hyundai with huge savings every day from our massive inventory of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Come by today and see how we can help find a winning deal for you with America's best warranty. Now that's the Billingsley way.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Tavern style pizza is our thing. Why couldn't you be happy with deep dish like all the tourists? Good. And you just had to make it so crispy and delicious. It's perfection.
They put the toppings all the way to the edge.
It's cut in the shareable square.
That's delicious.
What's your deal, Pizza Hut?
Your secret's out, Chicago. Try any of our large Chicago tavern-style recipes for just $12 each. Hey, Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology. Sorry, Chicago. No one out. Pizza's the Hut.
Apology accepted.
All right, welcome back to Ponca City. Both teams out in their final stretches of the 3-minute warm-up, and it's a 19-0 Highlander lead. And this started with, Coach called both of his timeouts to try to get the ball back because they were pinned back, and they said, okay, if you're going to give us an opportunity with a minute to win it, and it was a minute for 6, and the PAT was good, and now you have a 19-0 lead, which was stuck at 12-0, and we talked about this during half. There's some things to clean up, but the good news is all of what we've seen the Highlanders do is non-district play. Now, what that means is, you win this one, you go 3-1, but it won't matter. I mean, it's all back to 0 the following week that we're off of our bye week, because then you get into district play and district games. That's what matters for your district. Now, we're one less district opponent. That's why we're playing Ponca City now, because Guyman is not playing any of our district. And we kind of showed you at the halftime of what it looks like. We've got, Northwest Classen. We got Classen coming up. No, Classen SAS, not Northwest Classen. Classen SAS, and then followed by Duncan. And you're going to have those as your first two district opponents. And so we'll have an opportunity to see how that looks. And then you got, in the meat of your schedule. So,
but isn't it weird how we actually have we always used to play El Reno. We used to always play Altus.
Oh, yeah.
In the last few years, we played Noble.
Duncan's the only one that's,
I know.
We got, so Noble's on the other side. El Reno's on the other side. Ardmore dropped down a class. Yeah. Newcastle goes up a class. Elgin gets out of, we talked about the mayhem of all that and the switches of all of our OSN teams. I think there was only a few that just stayed locked where they were. Carl Albert was one of them that I think that, didn't have any changes. But, you had Lawton High go to 5A. You had Eisenhower go up to 6A2. You had Elgin drop to 4A. You had Newcastle come up to 5A. Oh, Midwest City stayed the same too, and they were in our district. And Del City was already playing on the east side, so they separated those three. We said, well, how did that happen? Well, when Lawton High dropped to 5A, they didn't want the two Lawton schools in the same district, so you traded that over on that side, and then we got Bishop McGuinness, who has ever been locked in with Guthrie and Carl Albert, and now that's switched. So now they're not. So. Yeah, we got 151 ready to go to start third quarter action. For the Macarthur Highlanders, 19-0 is your half. We're going to take one little quick timeout and be back to kick this one off. Ponca City won the coin toss, elected to defer. They will get the ball to start the second half. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. Or call 800-433-7300.
All right, welcome back to Ponca City. The Ponca City Wildcats won the coin toss, elected to defer, so they will start the ball with the second half. And your Comanche Home Center is your third quarter. Comanche Home Center, with over 50 years of experience in the lumber industry, that provide building materials to do it right. Carpet One with floor covering products. Industrial, individual, builder, commercial. They've got it all. Number 2 Southwest C Avenue, Comanche Home Center. Go see Phil and the gang at the Comanche Home Center on Railroad.
Well, it'd be nice to come out here in the second half and clean up what you messed up in the first half. Get rid of the penalties. Get rid of, we just made some mistakes that we haven't been making that many as we did in the first half. And we're still up 19-0, thank goodness. But, you're going to play a lot better teams.
Well, and, the thing is, you want to establish the cleanup with this, but you also want to make an establishment here in the second half of this as the team that you were to start.
Right.
So we'll get ready to kick this one off. The Macarthur Highlanders and your Wayne's Drive-In kickoff with burger, baskets, pizza, salad, steak fingers, and the best sweet tea and cherry limeades in town. 2 locations, number 7 Southwest Sheridan Road, 6810 Northwest Cash Road. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Only Lawton School in action on a high school Friday night. What a weird situation. I'll give you an update for Eisenhower and Lawton High, who are in their bye weeks. They'll be in action. Lawton High will be in Noble next week, and Eisenhower will take the travel to Stillwater, who is down to Carl Albert 21-0 at the half. The ball is going to be picked up at the 1-yard line. I thought it was going to be bounced in the end zone, and wow, he's just taken out of bounds as A.J. Vaughn just says hello and just takes him right out of bounds.
I mean, he catches
ill-advised.
it at the 1.
Wow, why do that? Yeah. And A.J. Vaughn, the senior, says no go.
But that's a great kick.
Yeah.
I mean, You got to give a lot of that credit to the kicker because he's kicking it right down there to where they have to decide, am I going to take it? Is it going to go in the end zone? I'm not sure. Okay, I got to go ahead and try it.
So let's see what the Highlander defense can start out. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Highlanders meet, and the defensive stop brings up a 2nd down and 9, about 1 on the carry.
What in the world?
So the clock just starts underway in the second half. Your Comanche Home Center third quarter. The 11:20 mark, and so far kept them in check. Have they really thrown the ball at all? Have they tried?
They've
tried.
A couple
yeah.
plays.
A couple of times, handoff, fake by the quarterback keep. That's been their bread and butter. That's the only thing they can hang their hat on because they really do, and we're going to give credit here, they do sell the fake really well. So you can get that whole defensive shifting over to follow that flow, and the quarterback's got it, but you stay home enough, but that was enough for a 1st and 10, move the chains. And they will take a little bit to get a new play call from the sidelines.
Well, that's way too much for a quarterback keep. You got to.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody's got to stay there with that.
You got to stay at home. Yeah, I mean, it's you buy into the fake because you have split backs, and then they went to just a 1 back. But they're back to the split backs again. This time it's a handoff.
Ooh. That was a hello.
And then
we're still standing here.
Get up to about the 25-yard line.
We've seen pretty physical on defense tonight. I mean, we've hit them hard. We've been able to battle with them.
Brings up a 2nd down and about 9 at the 10-minute mark here of the third quarter. Split backs. Sophomore quarterback Johnston Burke.
Ooh.
And a quarterback keeps. He puts it right in the breadbasket, and he's off to the races, the 40, 50, 45, 40 inside Highlander territory, and then taken out of bounds right outside the 32-yard line. And watch this. He sold it really well, and look at that. And he's off, and then the linebacking core didn't see it. The secondary has to come up for help. And just like that, Ponca City sets themselves up in business inside Highlander territory, the deepest they've been in this evening so far, and right outside the 34-yard line.
Well, you got to set the edge, and we just didn't do it. We fell down inside thinking they were going to run it up the middle again, got down inside, and he just got outside on us.
Well, and like I said, we're biting on that fake, and they sold that out pretty well. And the split backs and the quarterback keep gets him down as a sophomore quarterback. This time hands off, gets a tackle away from the 30, 25, 20, and a flag comes out during the tackle at about the 20-yard line. Is this going to be a face mask?
Looks like it, maybe.
Well, hopefully it's the 5-yard kind of incidental and not a personal.
Nope, holding.
No, it's a holding. So the Wildcats are going to back up. Try to get an explanation there. And 9:43 on the clock.
They don't get in any hurry to call their plays. Not at all.
Well, decent field position on Ponca City's first possession here in the second half with split backs. Quarterback keep again. And, boy, we bit on the fake just a little bit, but A.J. Vaughn comes and seals the gap here on the corner.
Yeah, there wasn't much there this time.
And gets that on a great defensive stop at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. So Johnston Burke, the sophomore, really carrying out the fakes at the quarterback position.
In the first half, he didn't have much luck. And right here in the start of the second half, they've tried to clean it up.
Well, and, they've had positive yards, but not like that big run that he just ran off.
Right.
Split backs and now trips to the far side of the field on the top of your screen. And, this time we did not fall into the fake. I think someone's saying, okay, you're going to have a hat on the quarterback and wherever he's going. And, that's kind of like option assignment for football, Someone's got pitch, someone's got, dive, someone's got the quarterback. And now I think Coach Reffett says, okay, I'm going to spy on, someone's going to be on that quarterback now. Brings up 3rd down now. 3rd down and about 8. Big 3rd down here, and the Highlanders can get a nice stop down here.
Because it's a 4-down territory here, so they're gonna get 2 plays here.
And split backs.
Look out.
Quarterback. Oh, wow. And he was blindsided coming up on the edge on that corner, and that is Sean Hughes. Hughes took him down almost for a quarterback sack, but it's 4th down.
I thought it was balls coming out. He's going to knock it out. That quarterback is not pleased.
See that on your First Baptist East instant replay.
Once you ever get hit in your back like that, you don't like it.
Invited to come in and meet their growing community. 100% committed to connecting to the people of Lawton Fort Sill, First Baptist East. Right off of Lee Boulevard. East side of town. And a 4th down going for it, 4th down and 8. What is Coach dialed up in the playbook for this one? Straight back to pass, a heave-ho and throw, and there's a little pushing and shoving, and there's going to be a pass interference call. So, it was tight, but you were kind of riding the receiver, and he threw his hand up. Watch, he'll throw his hand up right there, kind of show that he was impeded, and that's going to be a 1st down opportunity for Ponca City. So they'll keep the drive alive. This is the starting possession for Ponca City, who won the coin toss, elected to defer. They still have the ball in their hands at the 7:41 mark, right outside the red zone of the Highlanders. Or right inside, rather, because they're right outside the 16-yard line. As the pass interference penalty assessed. Split backs. Johnston Burke in the shotgun formation. Handoff up the middle, and it's taken down at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Gunnar Tate makes that tackle there because he hits hard.
Physical in the linebacking position. Fills a hole and makes the tackle. Brings up a 2nd down and about 7. 7:10 mark here in the 3rd quarter.
They bring 3 guys to the sideline every time to call their plays.
And you know what? They've been caught with some of that when it comes on the defensive side where we snap the ball really quick.
Yep.
Johnston Burke with split backs, quarterback keep, off tackle, the far side of the field, pushes the pile, gets down to about, let's say, the 9-yard line. He needs to get about to the 6.5 to get the 1st down. Brings up 3rd down and about 4, or 3rd and 3.5. Well, split the difference. Sideline warning against Ponca City.
Again?
And that's another penalty. So they're not learning that, you get the first one as, okay, you've got to stay out of my lane. And that's really what it is. It's not really anything that's said, but, there's a lane that these referees have to travel down, and they can't be – and it's always a coach. A coach is always in that area. And I've never seen it this many times, but –
that was a 15-yarder.
It was because it was the first one they had was a warning, and they've had 2 since.
They had another one that was 5.
Yeah.
And this one's 15.
So that brings up –
they're getting aggravated.
Yeah, a 3rd down and about 19 now. Handoff up the middle, boy. Oh, and then upended as he gets all the way down to about the 15-yard line. So some positive yards. If they would have had that, That could have been a potential score if they wouldn't have had the penalty yards.
Yep. Now it's 4th down.
So now it's 4th down at about 9. And
we need a big hold right here. We need to hold them and not give them anything.
They're not going to kick. Yeah, I mean, because if they get 6 here, you put them into the ball game. And you know what? This is smart by them. They've taken the half and cut it in half. We've not touched the ball yet in the second half. This is their starting opening drive.
Yeah, they've almost used the whole third quarter.
That's pretty much a half of it already. So now they won't do the split backs. They're going to go back to the one back.
I'm trying to get that quarterback
Stacked
outside.
Receivers here. Little throw, and that's just going to be off the mark and incomplete. Turnover on downs.
He just threw it too fast. He had a guy out there, but we had pretty good coverage too, so I'm not sure they would have made it anyway. So Mac's going to get the ball here finally.
So, yeah, finally, they're going to actually see the ball in the third quarter. Your Comanche Home Center third quarter up 19-0. They've not had the ball offensively in the second half. This will be their first opportunity as they come out from the sideline.
I'd love to see us take this drive all the way down the field and score, running the football. Throwing some little plays here is fine, throwing it a little bit, but really, really command that run game.
So Avon Lachlan got Bo DeLong in motion going to the top side of your screen. Hill set. Lachlan in the shotgun formation looks for a new play call from the sideline. He'll bark out instructions to his O-line. 3 seconds on the play clock, gets this one off. Fake handoff, sits in the pocket, then flushed out. Loads, throws, on the run, connects, gets the first down, and outside.
That's Bo DeLong.
To Bo DeLong, and a 1st and 10, move the chains.
Great. That's just a great route. I mean, there's nobody there. He gets outside, and it's just pitch and catch.
Little check down motion. And a quick handoff. Up the middle. Oh, and it's still on his feet. That would have been off to the races. Gets up to about the 41-yard line as Josiah Thomas really showing his stuff tonight. And we talked about Harris in these last 2 games, but Josiah's really got the hot hand right now. And a 1st and 10. Why not? Give it to him again. Another little cut back to the 50, 45, 40, and then into the secondary. Another 1st and 10, move the chains outside the 42-yard line, inside Ponca City territory.
Yeah, this is what I want. I really wanted to see us take control of the line of scrimmage, and so far that's happening here.
Up to the line. Lachlan ready to go. Waits for Josiah, and then a timeout is called by Ponca City. So as they call a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
All right, back here at Ponca City. So the first drive stalled out by Ponca City. They come up empty. Highlanders finally get the ball for the first time in the second half. Ponca City has to call timeout. We'll get adjusted. The Whitecap's going to come out, get over in his position there, and to get some stuff straightened out. And now we'll be whistled to play. Lachlan will have the shift over right, top side. Handoff going to the far side of the field, kind of upended. And, that's Connor Claiborne who comes in.
Wasn't much there.
No. But you know what? When's the last time Macarthur has had 3 running backs that you could kind of help spell the other guy and keep them fresh?
Yep.
No. Right under the legs of Lachlan. He'll have to pick it up, trying to make something happen. He's going to run on the near side of the field and make something happen at the 50, 45, 40, still on his feet. Can you believe it? That was a loss of potentially 20 yards plus, and Lachlan makes something out of nothing.
Wow.
Look at that on the instant replay of look at the athleticism.
Just watch him just get outside, and now he just prints a speed on.
Yeah.
And then he just goes past people.
It's a 5-yard pickup after like a 25-yard negative that he had to make up on the bad snap. Handoff right up the middle, big hole, down to about the 25-yard line. Yeah, you can say 1st and 10, my friend.
Thank you, Mr. Claiborne.
So Claiborne just said, motion him, let's move the sticks. And the Highlanders on a mission to try to dump in another 6 at the 4:10 mark here of the third quarter. Lachlan, they weren't ready defensively. They were up the front line, though. Secondary wasn't. And now they'll whistle this dead. Go on that fast motion offense.
They'll bring Josiah Thomas back in, and let's see him jump over somebody again. I'm always worried when somebody does that, when they jump, over somebody, that they're going to get hurt. It's like, especially that kind of back that you have.
2nd down and 11. Handoff up the middle, down to about the 24-yard line. So Thomas comes back in for Claiborne. Not able to. Harris has really been getting a break. Hand clap. And that's a quarterback keep. Man gets away from the 1 down to the 20. Looks for the sticks. Lowers his shoulder right at about the 15-yard line. That's all Aben Lachlan.
Well, they bid on the fake. And then he's just outside, and he just runs the sticks.
So a great run by Lachlan and the quarterback keep. Oh, it's going to be 4th and short, about 2 yards. It's going to be a handoff. He'll get the first down and then takes the defenders down to about the 7-yard line. We are now in another red zone opportunity by Ballard's Garage, family-owned and operated. Auto repair catered to you and your needs with flexible hours willing to work with your schedule. Lachlan and company ready for action. Handoff coming to the near. Yeah, let's get in the end zone. No, it gets to the 2-yard line.
Oh, that's just great blocking.
Give Ballard's Garage a call today, 699-2400, and get your vehicle on the move. And on the move is the Highlanders. Lachlan right outside the 2-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down and goal. Lachlan, quarterback keep. Eyes, waits for a block. He'll cross. He'll score. Touchdown, Highlanders, to put another 6 on the board.
Can't beat that. Just can't beat that.
And the PAT coming up. So,
did exactly what we want to do. Run the football, take it all the way down the field.
Yep, take some clock off. Ponca City used more than half of the third quarter with their drive. They come up empty. Highlanders get their first possession in the second half. They take it all the way down the field with the score and the PAT coming up. The motion, the ball, the snap. Ball down, kick up for Martinez is through and good at the 2:03 mark with another 6 for the Highlanders to make it 26. 26-0. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Well, this was a marked-off penalty. We went to commercial break too early, so if you missed anything, they're going to go back and try it, and now it's good. And we'll keep it here because we just went to a commercial break for a PAT is good for the Highlanders to make it 26. So we were offsides, or a false start, rather, and so they backed us up. We marked it off, and now we're back to the 2:03 mark, and that drive really kind of sparked the Highlanders as their only drive they had to start second half action. And your drive summary is brought to you by City National Bank, offering you easy line accounts for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all. Make sure you find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account awaits you at City National Bank, member FDIC, with several locations to serve you. Now let's go to our Wayne's Drive-In Kickoff. From burgers to baskets, pizza, salad, steak fingers, the best sweet tea and cherry limeades in town. Before and after the game, let's go to Wayne's. Yep. And for those in Lawton that says, man, I want a little bit of football in Lawton, so do we, because Lawton High is off, Eisenhower is off, we're the only game in town. And next week, Macarthur, we said this earlier in the pregame, Macarthur is in their bye week, and Lawton High is at Noble. Eisenhower is at Stillwater, so there will still be no Cameron lights on for a Friday night football 2 weeks in a row, and I think that's a first.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, well, ever since the 0 weeks and the bye weeks came, because usually when you started football, you had 10 solid weeks, and you had to share a stadium, so there was always Thursday and Friday action there. So the ball going to be kicked end over end, and it's going to go finally in the end zone at the 2:03 mark of the third quarter. We do have a little bit of lightning off in the distance. We're checking the radar and making sure that that's.
We sure have it. There's no doubt about it. We have it.
Oh, it's up by Wichita, Kansas. I know we're close to the border, so I mean, say, well, that's far away.
It looks like
for
it's
us.
right next door.
Yeah, I understand. It's got to be within a range, and let's see if we can get this ball game in without any suspended play. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll give you some scores updated. It's now 29-16. Walters leads Velma Alma. Sulphur 62-7 over Cache. Carl Albert leads Stillwater 30-0. Elgin 56-0 over Newcastle. Del City 41. Midwest City 6. Kind of settles all those factors there. Split backs and what we saw before. Quarterback faked the option pitch. We didn't stay at home. We went for the pitch, and the quarterback gets it right to a first down, move the chains.
Well, you got to set the edge. You just can't let him run like that. Somebody's got to be out there.
So I didn't know rain would be in the forecast, but when we're coming from southwest Oklahoma, we're
not used
almost
to that.
3 hours away from that, and then you say, well, that's north of us, in Lawton.
We're not even used to rain.
Well, that's true. We haven't seen a rain cloud in a while, have we? Down to 139 and counting here with the third quarter. Handoff. Kind of going up the middle and gets a few. Clock will run with 1:25 and counting. Second down and about 8 or 7. We'll say second and 7. The 1:17 mark, and then we'll get to the fourth quarter here.
Looks like we got some other new defensive players in.
Well, and I think they're taking some clock off this too. I think they're.
I can't believe their clock's working.
Had a little bit of question mark with that in the first quarter, under 58 seconds and counting. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Ooh, wrestled down and taken down with a tackle right outside the 45. I know some of the fans were yelling for a horse collar there. Able to take him down. And I don't think there's like a second between between the play clock and the big clock. Yeah,
I think they're willing to just let it.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it, and they're just going to say, "Don't worry about it." Yep.
Well, they're going to try to get a play in here, maybe.
20 seconds if they can go to the line, and they will. Last play of the third quarter, barring a penalty, with down to 15 seconds. Split backs. Try to draw us off sides. Almost got us.
Boy, it looked like there was
9 seconds. Looks for a play call. Down to 4, 3, 2, 1, and that should do it. Yeah, it's exactly. It was right on the mark. Ends the third quarter. Mac leads 26-0. We'll be back with the fourth and final period right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
All right, welcome back to Ponca City and the site of this non-district game for your Macarthur Highlanders and your fourth and final period. Brought to you by Pam and Barry at RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam and Barry with RE/MAX. They're not bragging, they're just applying for a job. Call 248-8800, Pam and Barry. So it's third down and about 5. Ponca City with the ball, handoff. Gets a couple more yards, close to about the 39-yard line. They need to cross the 40 to get the first, and it's a fourth down and about 2.
And they're going to punt.
Punting situation for the Ponca City Wildcats coming up. And a 26-0 Highlander lead with 11:35 left to go here in the fourth.
Josh Rushing is back to try to get this punt.
He'll stand back at his own 27-yard line. Punter will stand back at his own 16. He's got a decent leg, but, a low snap right through his leg. Here comes the pressure. They're going to try. He runs into the official, and then it's going to be a tackle there with great field position at the 25-yard line, all to a low snap under the ground. And he's panicking. The ball almost went right through his legs. That could have been a scoop and score, but at least he got the ball back, but it's down, and the Highlanders right outside the red zone, opportunity to say hello. We'll set up shop right outside the 28-yard line.
And that same official that got ran over earlier is right in the mix. I mean, he's like,
yeah. He said, "Where do I go? I'm just going to stand right here. You're going to have to go around me.
You run around me because please don't run me over."
And officials are a part of the field, so really that's the policy. I mean, so you're in the way. Well, I'm a part of the field. You'll have to navigate around me. Man in motion. That's Bo DeLongo on the top of your screen. It's going to be a handoff coming to the near side, all the way to the 10 to the 5 spin move there at the 4-yard line, and that's Josiah Thomas. And watch some of the moves right here as a cutback and then a seam and then a little twist and a turn and then right down to about the 4-yard line, knocking at the door as the Highlanders quickly to the line. Lachlan and company in your red zone by Ballard Garage. Handoff, gets to about the 2-yard line. Ballard's Thomas. Garage, call 699-2400. Family owned and operated. Giving you the flexible hours you need to fix your vehicle right. Ballard's Garage. Lachlan, handoff. No, it's a fake quarterback keep. He'll waltz in. He'll cross. He'll score. Touchdown, Lachlan. Touchdown, Highlanders. Put another 6 on the board, and that should be the night.
Yeah, we probably won't see much more starters out there after this.
Yeah, I think you're as a goose egg as Reffitt and company will be happy. The defense shut out Ponca City. Ponca City was 1-1. They played in, and they were regular 1-week opponents, and they've only played 2 games. And the PAT coming up. They played an inner-city Tulsa school last week, and they got the win. Ball up, ball through, and good. Makes it 33-0 with 10:24 left to go in the fourth. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Back here at Ponca City and your drive summary by City National Bank, offering you easy online opening accounts for both personal and business. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account awaits you. City National Bank, member FDIC, with several locations to serve you. A captain with a waltz-in 4-yard scamper by quarterback Avon Lachlan. PAT is good, and your Wayne's drive-in. Let's go to Wayne's. Kicked off at the 40-yard line deep and going to be fielded at about the 5 and then dropped. Picked up, and then there's a mad dash for it, and the gunner was right there to try to jump on that at the 16-yard line, but Ponca City able to cover that up just at the last moment.
You know he's thinking, Lord, I'm going to get hit. Here it comes.
Well, you think about, this is our fourth game. This is only their second. I mean, this is their third rather. We played one extra game than they did. And they're trying to figure it out before they get into district play. But it's been all Highlanders. And really, the score didn't really indicate how this could have been even worse in the first half if we would have capitalized. And we fumbled on the 1-yard line, missed a score there, settled for 2 field goals in the beginning. It was 12-0 for a while. And 10-20 mark. And the ball is out, and the quarterback is able to make something happen as he nears to the sideline on the far side.
It hits him right in his hands.
And then it's just right out. You see it? It's like it was made of butter.
Yep, he's like, didn't want it. You can have it back.
Clock rolls at the 10-minute mark of this contest. 33-0 Highlanders.
I've been more impressed with our second half performance than I did in the first half. I mean, they drove the ball when they first got the ball to start the second half. They drove it down the field, but we didn't let them score.
Could download our app. I know many people go to the website, oksportsnet.com. We appreciate that, but you just download the app on Apple and Android devices. It's easy to watch, free to download, free to watch, tries to get around the edge, and gets run out of bounds. Also on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. On Facebook, follow us on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Many of you are doing that, watching on YouTube. Home of the NFL with YouTube Live. We'll start talking about a great matchup tomorrow night in Norman. The first SEC game as the Sooners will host Tennessee.
Going to be a doozy.
So across the OSN scoreboard, 62-7, Sulphur leads Cache. 56-7, Elgin over Newcastle. Walters leads Velma Elma now 35-15. They look to stay undefeated throughout the season. Rolling out. Oh, wow. Sandwiched right in the defender, right in the lap, as a rollout. And Hughes comes up and meets him. Watch number 11, Sean Hughes just plants him. So Walters leads Velma Elma 35-16. Carl Albert now 30-0 over number 2 ranked Stillwater in 6A2. And Del City 41-6. They're ranked number 4. Macarthur is ranked number 8 in the rankings. In that top 10 of Class 5A, and kind of showing it here to his 6A2 school up here in Ponca City. And the snap and the throw.
Oh, he picked it off.
Oh, it is a pick. Interception. No, it dropped it. He dropped it. So the interception was, what happened there? Did he just knee go down, I guess?
Yeah.
Just down.
Yeah.
And that's why he was upset with himself, man. He said if he wouldn't, right there, he was kind of stumbling with it after the interception.
He's like,
if he would have had his feet, oh, my goodness. I had it. I
saw him pick it, but I was like.
So the interception is good, and the Highlanders, not trying to add any insult to injury here, probably will have some
we're going to see some
backups come up. Yeah, we got some jerseys we're not used to seeing. I think there's some confusion of who's out there, who's where. Will they have to call a timeout? I guess they're going to get a whole substitution package come out. Because they're all huddled up in there.
Well, the play clock's not running, so.
Yeah, I know. I guess not.
You just stand there and do what you want to do.
Okay, so now we'll break the huddle. Who do we got in at QB? Is it still Lachlan? Yeah.
Is it?
Yep, Lachlan's still in. Well, they'll substitute shortly. You know what I mean? It's not like handoff, off tackle, down to about the 15-yard line. So Lachlan's still going to be your quarterback and handing off to, a host of replacements.
Yeah, I think that's Claiborne that's in there now.
Yeah, so Claiborne, your third running back, but Bo DeLong is still in. No, like so you still got some starters in.
I think you do. You got them all.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, even Josh Rushing is on the top side all alone, number 2, yeah. But we're taking some time, though.
Yeah, they're not going to get out of the huddle they're going to make it go down here a lot.
Yeah, 14 seconds on the play clock, 7:46 remain on the big clock. Lachlan will have Claiborne behind him. Fake to Claiborne, off to Josh Rushing, makes that man miss, skates down the sideline, but a host of Ponca City Wildcats to run him out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
First and goal.
So it will be a first and goal, and opportunity at maybe another rushing touchdown for the Highlanders coming up. Your Pam and Berry fourth quarter. Here in Ponca City, Oklahoma, in your red zone opportunity after the interception by Ballard's Garage. Call them for a setup time for your, and then hand up. What, did you see a flag or something?
I saw us move.
Oh, okay, but no flag that I see. Handoff gets down to about the 4-yard line by Claiborne.
Clock's not running.
Wildcats stop. Now it is starting back up. You know, this is one of those things. You had one job.
Yeah,
you had one job.
We want to get out of here before a storm hits. Come on.
Yeah. You know, I've seen it where it got down to with minutes. I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm trying to make it go away.
Yeah, don't say it.
I didn't say it. Second and goal. Highlanders are going to take all of that 25-second clock, which is now down to 13. And they'll go up to the huddle when it's down to 7. And that's very respectful and classy. Not trying to prove anything after the interception. What are you going to do? Handoff. Gets stopped right outside the 4-yard line. So the Wildcats get the stop at the 4. And we're at the 6:27 mark and a 40-second clock. So once they start that, they haven't even started that one yet. So now we'll start it. Whitecap is trying to tell them to go.
Yeah, they're going.
And
he's like, come on.
What's that referee doing? Is he listening to some song? Is in his earbuds and he was watching
And he's telling the line judge over here, he's saying, make them do something.
Under the 6-minute mark, now they'll have it down to 18 seconds, and why not? Lachlan, handoff, tries to get the corner to the 2. Oh, man, he was stopped. He saw a crease. He had a cutback move, and that would have – I think if he would have just went right to the pylon, I think he could have scored, but he thought he saw a crease that wasn't there at the last minute. 4th and goal at the 5:31 mark of this contest. With 34 seconds remaining, I think they'll get under the 5-minute mark when they snap this at the 4th end goal right outside the 3. So the fans enjoying their Friday night under the lights here in Ponca City. Glad you could join us on the network. Glad that you could bring it to you. And this game will be up on archive, and it's also on YouTube forever. Lachlan, handoff. He'll scoot across with a couple of blocks. He'll waltz in for the score and a touchdown and another 6 for Avon Lachlan. Junior quarterback says, I'll take it in, and he does. 6 on the board of the PAT coming up. Trying to make it 40. And the PAT coming up. Oh, there's a timeout. Oh, there's a player down. Okay, and that's what they call a timeout. So as they attend to him, we'll take a timeout with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, back after the attended injured Ponca City Wildcat, the PAT coming up to try to bring it to 40. The 4:50 mark, ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. 40-0, Macarthur. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Right back here at Ponca City and your drive summary by City National Bank. Your ideal account awaits you at City National Bank, member FDIC, several locations to serve you. One size does not fit all. City National Bank, it's a Lachlan, just kind of another skate across the line for a touchdown. That's his second goal line touchdown tonight. And so another 6 on the board, and the PAT is good to make it 40. And your drive kickoff specialists are Wayne's Drive-In, number 7 Southwest Sheridan Road, 6810 Northwest Cache Road. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Going to look right, look left. Deep kick, and is going to be fielded at about the 6. Taken to the 10, tries to hit the edge, and then up to the middle, to the 30, to the 31-yard line. And that's where they'll set up shop with 4:41 left remaining in this contest.
Let's just get this clock to run off and let's go home.
Great night. Yeah, I know. For all those who are watching and say, well, I'm going to go to bed and you guys have a safe trip home,
safe
right?
Trip. We'll see you at about 2.
Yeah. No, not quite. But it's going to be a late night. It's going to feel like that, yeah. But we'll take it as we go. We had an enjoyable trip up here and a nice stop at a Mexican restaurant. Never been to Ponca City before. This is my first experience in this press box and this field. And, great hospitality here.
Yes, very nice people.
Handoff up the middle to about the 31.
I mean, even
and you say run clock run.
Even Doyle was nice to you.
He was. He was our parking attendant that challenged our vehicle, and it was really comical. It's just he has one job and he does it effectively.
He's not playing.
He does not play. So he was taking a beeline over to our vehicle, and we walked in and he said, I said, and you are? I said, we got an OSN vehicle, right? So we're like a plastered walking billboard. I'll finish the story after this snap, and you can see how this is going with stories like that. Quarterback keep, and then as he gazes for the first down, gets chopped out with about a yard short. But anyway, he says, and you are, and I said, well, we're the Oklahoma Sports Network. We cover Macarthur Highlander football. And he goes, and I said, and we're supposed to be here. And then I mentioned that I had a contact with the athletic director. The guy was really nice, and he said, well, I hope I wasn't, rude later on. He was trying to say, he says, but, he says, I make sure that they said that no one parks here, without, I didn't have a parking pass. I didn't have, so it was fun. And split backs, quarterback keep, and that's worked before, but the Highlanders stop that down. He's going to get enough for a first and move the chains. They'll stop the clock momentarily to move the chains, and then they should start back up again. And they do.
Thank you, Lord.
Ponca City Wildcats under the 3-minute mark. Yeah, hopefully games that are finishing across the network. And we'll have this one momentarily out, and we'll have our player of the game announcement quickly after the conclusion of this ball game. 38-16, Walters leads over Velma Alma. It's a final. Carl Albert beats Stillwater 30-0.
Wow.
Stillwater's ranked number 2 in 6A2. Going to go long and deep. Tripped under his own feet, and I think there's no flag.
Well, I think they got their feet tied up. We can probably see that on replay here. I think they just get their feet tied up.
So Elgin, ranked number 2 in 4A, leads Newcastle 56-14. Del City in the third quarter over Midwest City 55-6. It is a final. Sulphur beats Cache 62-7.
Oh, that must be really good.
Who, Sulphur?
Sulphur's always good, though.
Yeah, Sulphur's got a good program. And get back to action there. Cache had a really close one last week with Altus. Split backs, man in motion on the top side of the field. Quarterback keep. Does the toss this time. Option football in there. The ball comes out, but I don't think we're able to retrieve that. It goes out of bounds right there at the 44-yard line.
They got lucky.
Yeah, because watch this right here is the boom, the hit, and then the ball, and there wasn't enough landmass left in real estate for the Macarthur turnover, which would have been after the pick, would have been a fumble recovery.
That's the first time I've seen them pitch it tonight.
No, I had one in the first.
Did
half.
they?
Yeah, they did. And that's why I said it kind of reminded me. And I'm surprised, but that is really a timing thing, and you really got to get that down. You got to get that into a rhythm.
And you got a young quarterback.
Jailbreak and a screen.
Look out.
And a flag, and it's going to get upended as he gets up to about the 45-yard line. Clock will stop at the 2:31 mark of this contest. And a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Face mask. Macarthur.
Against Macarthur. Yeah. So you be thinking, Jay, we're going to have to think hard because there was a lot of people contributing tonight. But we'll have our OSN player of the game. Don't forget, Avon Lachlan won our OSN player of the week last week. He had just shy of 200 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, and his touchdowns. And congratulations on his accomplishment last week. Split backs up the middle, down to the Highlander the 36-yard line, I guess.
Not much there.
2:18 mark, and it's just a finality of, playing for pride, of course, and they'd like to try to get it in, try to get some kind of score, being blanked 40-0, but we're at the 2-minute mark of this contest. Many people have kind of quit and shut it down. Split backs, handoff up the middle, and gets down to about the 35-yard line. Brings up a third down and about 5. Don't really have to do too much if they don't want. They can get a first down and then just kind of milk it out. No one's calling timeout. Ponca City is taking as much use of the clock as they can, which is thankfully good. They're not trying to use any of their timeouts, which they have. They're just going to be content to roll this clock out with 1:20. So, yeah, Carl Albert making a big statement when I thought it was going to be a little bit of a closer game because Stillwater beat Jinx. So what does that say for Carl Albert, who blanked Stillwater? Know. Yeah.
Glad we don't have to play them.
Yeah, well, unless it's a playoff mode. Quick little toss-up in the center. Gets down to about the 32-yard line. And Del City, too. It's Del City Carl Albert finals last year. Del City showing their stuff against Midwest City before they start their district play on the east side. Now, they will play Collinsville next week, and that will be a very, very interesting matchup. Del City and Collinsville in Collinsville on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Macarthur will be off next week with their bye week, and they will have the week off to get ready for district play. This kind of comes in a good time. You had Elgin that 0 week. You had your two city rivals. You had this long trip to Ponca City down to less than 28 seconds. This should be the final snap of the ball game, and it is going to get down close to a first down. It was. First down, they're going to move the chains. That will stop the clock momentarily, and then they'll run it, and they should – not have to run another play unless they so desire to try to get it in the end zone. Like I said, playing for pride. Coach is sending in the offensive 3 substitutions he's got, matching them defensively down to the 15 seconds. This will be the last play, barring a defensive penalty. Straight back to pass, looking down, heave-ho, and throw in the end zone. Overthrown, and that's going to stop the clock at 4.8. So, yeah, they are playing for pride. They would like to try to get 6. I mean, you practice all summer long. You don't want to be blanked. You want to try to get some touchdown,
Well, you're disappointed you're on your home field.
Yeah.
Haven't played MacArthur, and so.
These two teams.
Next year they can travel to see us.
Yeah, that's they can take that
good
travel.
For them.
That's a good little bus ride. Mm-hmm. We went to the LPS benefit breakfast this morning. Appreciate helping out Lawton Public Schools and our support of them. And I can't tell you how many people asked. I said, I got room for one more if you want to take the trip to Ponca City. I didn't have any offers. I didn't know takers. Okay, straight back to pass. Under duress, going to sit back and try to throw that one up. And that is going to be a toss-up, and that's going to be intercepted at the buzzer at the 30-yard line. And that will do it as the interception by the Highlanders come up big. And that's Quentin Mask with the INT, the second of the night. And the teams will go midfield to congratulate each other. And the Highlanders will go to 3-1 on the season with a bye week and then come back to start district play. And that should be an interesting run because now it really counts. You can say, 3-1. No, it's 0-0 after tonight. We'll start in district play when we get started, and we'll have all those on the network. A lot to go over. We'll take a quick timeout, be back with our final OSN player of the game, and we'll do that right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
One last time at Ponca City, it's a 40-0 Highlander win. They go to 3-1 on the season, and we'll take a bye week before they get into district play. It's time for your player of the game by Sovereign Bank, formerly First National Bank and Trust. They have a new name and a new look to empower your financial goals as well as serving our community. 2 locations to serve you in Lawton, 702 Northwest Sheridan Road, 6702 Quanah Parker Trailway, member FDIC. We're going to give it to, kind of a running back that's come in kind of spelling Harris. He always comes in at the right time. Josiah Thomas, he really played his stuff. In fact, gave number 4 a big rest tonight. We didn't have to see him heavy load with that, and that's good to kind of rest your players. So hats off to Josiah Thomas, the junior at 5'10", 180-pound running back, is your OSN player of the game by Sovereign Bank.
Yep.
All right, so for Caleb Sherem, our videographer, for Nathan Woods, our producer, for Jay Burke, my name is Eric Sherem, and you have been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Macarthur beats Ponca City 40-0. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.